Test. Jesus, test. Why is it yeah? Golly, test. I hope that's good. Pause that. Ladies and gentlemen, I would have streamed just a wee bit earlier, but I didn't because I immediately what do you call it? I had to go make up something to drink. Okay, been editing all day. My brain's a little frazzled, so I need some energy. All that, you know how it is, ladies and gentlemen. Is this the right one? It is. Ladies and gentlemen, is it too high? Of course it's too high. God damn it. Give me a second. Now it's going to be off to the right a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the moving around the mic so much. But today we are in Palworld. We also have this right here. Yes. So if we go down to this, we are basically, there's so much in this update. A lot of it is like fixes just to like the overall stability of the game. If you're getting into Palworld now, it seems like you're going to be eating pretty. Like there's just so many improvements. Whether it be now that we can actually like relegate one pal to doing one thing, so they're not like trying to do 5 things if even if they're good at all of them, which is amazing. It actually kind of it really much tips the balance into certain pals being like godly, whereas other pals are just kind of okay, but still. Also, there is a new raid. I don't know if we'll do the new raid because, frankly, I haven't even gotten access to like the beginning of the game, or sorry, the end of the game. I was getting close, and then so many other games came out that I was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna play some XYZ, and I wanted to make some more content on VR, so we did a lot of that too. It was a whole thing. But yes, also, what's good, Lone? Also, what's good, McCrazy? Is everybody ever crazy? Yeah. Ooh, I hope that's right. Ooh, here we go. Journal. What? A lot of stuff is getting completed. Craft and equip a normal approach and press bait again after jumping. Parachute or paraglider? Because I got this. Yeah, I got this. Who needs that when you got this? Incubate an egg. Okay, so they did improve the journal aspect of it. Also, I think there was stability increases, but how do we do the thing to tell people to not do multiple jobs? I just want you to do 2 things and be good at those 2 things. Oh, my eye. Also, our gigantic thicketshoots have not been getting busy in the way that we need them to. Okay, we keep getting garbage pals. Okay, it's annoying. I want them to get the 2 pals. I just need them to roll with something good, and then I'll get them going. But it's not happening. What am I doing? We have this. I want to see it. So I'm trying to find out where it could be. This is one of the frustrating things when they're like, we updated that. And you're like, how do I like do that? Maybe it's not here. Would it be like going and inspecting them or inspecting them? I seen a video of a person basically break down this, so it's got to be something. View details. Can I tell you to only do one thing? No. Well, I can. I don't know where the toggle button is. Also, you guys like my red armor? I had to do it because what do you call it? Goddamn bullshit. Also, oh, this is awesome. You can basically make it so that your pals only do chest settings. Wrong with this. So we don't need to do this weird shit anymore, where you're putting like a ton of cotton candy into one thing just so they don't store in here. So we can actually put all of the food-like items, if we go to B, their settings, ingredients or food. I don't know. I guess food, I don't know. Ingredients? Yeah, I just think I want food, but what is the? I think potatoes, or not potatoes, tomatoes are they're considered an ingredient. I think, not a food. Which I think is good, so I think that's what we want. But also, the ingredients, it'd be nice if they were just in the fridge, because, yeah. They're starving, though, which is not great. I wonder if they made these things more optimal, because beforehand, they never really came up here to graze as much as I would have liked. It looks like they're kind of doing that, which is cool. Now, if we go chest settings here, awesome. No. Uncheck all of it. Okay, we want food items in this. Okay. Key enhancement, wood, pal materials, pal eggs, spheres, ingredients. is ingredients considered like food items? Then maybe food for sure. Stone or produce goods. I guess that's probably what we want for sure. I think that's good. No skill fruit. I think that's good. Food, ingredients. Ingredients could be anything. Is it just like fucking wood? Like wood? Like is wood is like grass or seeds an ingredient? Also, let's go Fluff. Fluff says, so much QOL in this latest update. Will be nice one. I'm in the mood to. Yeah, man, no kidding. Especially, well, it is not just like quality of life stuff as well. We do have a big raid, which is something. Pretty good something, I think. To actually have like a raid. But yes, I too. Ooh, they changed some stuff. So now milk looks a little different. I do think our Under Armour kind of stuff, yeah, it looks more like spacey. Space heat resistant stuff. Also, I feel like I'm too big. Also, now, man, I just need to get a better angle with all this stuff. It looks odd. There we go. Now it's slightly better, maybe. I think I also cropped it, which is probably the problem. So if I uncrop this, there we go. Now it looks less weird. I was about to say, why does it look so strange? But how's your day going, Fluff? Hopefully pretty good. What you get up to today? You kick some ass? Oh, what kind of games you've been playing outside of? I'm not sure you're still on Dragonstock, but I think you are. You've been modding it, I think. You gave me a list of mods. I know you've been modding some. I just don't know if you did all of them. That's a lot of mod. We got the grains. We got that going. We're good there. Now I guess I wish I could just tell them like dump all of it here instead of having to toggle all of my like special cantinas into certain things. You know. I don't know if I want to bore you guys with like looking over all of like the changing my my storage stuff and being like only do this here. But I want to see if we can find how to basically command your pals to like do a certain thing. Like don't put this in that. I wonder if you can do it by like if you need to make those stand that like you can bark orders at your pals. If that's what just makes it happen. Like you need to get that item in order for you to access that. I don't think so. Maybe it's in stuff like the statue. Pal that. No. This. No. Where would it be? I feel like it has to be here, right? This would just make sense. Upgrade base, travel, pal menu. And I can't tell them to only do a specific thing. I know I've seen that it's available. You can tell them to not do certain activities. New content raid. You can now summon raid boss at a location. I don't know what the location is. Raid boss pals summoned by slabs are very powerful and can be captured. However, works alongside your pals to take on these incredible foes. Pal eggs can now drop from the defeated raid boss. Yeah, so I don't think you can capture the pal, but I do think you can capture the raid boss. Or I don't think you can capture the raid boss. I think you can get her eggs and hatch her. The extreme version of the raid boss is incredibly powerful and difficult to defeat. New training manual. Yeah, so they updated the first quest you have to be a little more involved, which looks much better actually. Even though I already thought that was pretty good, I do think it stopped. I wish it didn't stop, but it stopped. And I don't think it stops now. I think it just keeps going until you're basically at endgame. New ability, glass. New item, ability glass. Okay, yeah. So there was basically a fucking Dragon Ball cloud is one of the new things that they added. So you can just teleport to any location no matter where you are, which is huge. You don't have to go to a teleportation point or a fast travel location. New stat boosts for additional power fruit like life fruit, stout fruit, all that stuff. Ring of Mercy, multi undershirts. Yeah, that's been changed. Electric, so now there's more like better incubator stuff going on. Pals, yeah. So this is the big thing. Now we can use this is what everyone always thought it was, but we can use those like oil fish, floppy fish things, demud, and they can actually produce high quality pal oil at a ranch. So I think that should make the whole gun armor thing much less of a grind, which sounds legit. Increases the amount of ore dropped by the place. Yes. I know there's a place to do. I'm not insane, okay? There's got to be something here where you can toggle off what certain pals do. And it doesn't tell, it just says this is a thing now, and not like here's how you do the thing. Granted, I guess that's why certain like content creators pop off, because they're like, I figured that out for you, and I'm like, thank you. But then I'm like, I don't have perfect recall, so I have to go find that video again and find it, and then you just get hella views. That's why. That's the nature of the beast. Do you guys produce more eggs? Do you need more cake? Because I would like this to keep going. Let me go ahead and make more cake. I don't know if I should have all the stuff I need. What's good, Raid? Raid, you kept talking about Destiny yesterday, and then Red jumped on board, and I was like, fuck. I'm not ready to go back in. But you make it sound like it could be fun. You know? Ugh. And there's already a lot to play right now. Yeah, this is actually kind of neat, though. I do want to show you guys this because I thought it was worth talking about. Maybe we don't give you guys this much salad because it's a lot. That's a lot of salad for you. Let's fuck it. Oh, I can't. Why can't I stack that in that? Why? Is it because it's not? It's like old? That's weird. Normally, it would just become fresh. How horribly unlucky. Well, I guess I could give it to my other people who are in a different location. But yes, there is apparently like a PvP mode, which is for somebody. Probably for me, but good for them. All that. I would take all of this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you guys can have this. And I will take this, put this here. Good, lovely. Keep it doing. You're just the best. What happened to me? Oh, I'm too full. Great. I can still slightly walk, though, and I also have this. Boom. That thing works a little bit better now. But let me just drop off all this crap in my... Oh, it's going to be such a long walk. Can I get around it by doing... Come on. Please. Fuck you. Son of a bitch. How heavy am I? I'm pretty over it. We're just going to enjoy a walk. All right, a little nice scenic walk. Also, Fluff says the just ingredients and food production is not a perishable product. Oh, producted. Oh, did I say? Is that what it was? Producted goods? I thought it was produce. Maybe I messed up. Makes sense. My brain always wants to see what it wants to see. Fluff says mostly just been playing DD2. I've got some past and recent gamer subs orders coming in over the next few days alongside the accessories for my new control. Ooh, you got... Man, Fluff, you are in the best state right now. This is like one of my favorite things. I love it so much. But it's basically the like stuff coming in from Amazon or wherever you buy from. It's just nice. It's just nice when you have like a little present coming in to yourself a little bit. Like it's eventually gonna get there, and I can't wait. You know what I mean? That's always nice. It's always just such an undervalued feeling of like having something coming for you. Essentially, when you're just like, I got nothing to look forward to. That's sad. Big sad. Also, why is there this here? Let's do this. So did I mess up that? Yeah, produced goods. Sorry, I thought it was produced. Produce goods, like produce, as in like food. I think that's what that is, like wheats and such. But I was wrong. This store. I think I just dumped all my bullets, which is unfortunate. What did I just put in there? Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's good. I think everyone's waking up. Okay. God damn it, I still don't know how to make the people do the thing I want them to do. Do we have to possibly build a command center, alright? I could look up the video I seen that popped up in my feed that said, like, new Palworld update things. Why did these break? Oh. I gotta toggle off, like, world decay items to 0, because it's pointless. Also... we might try the raid. There's very little faith because they make a whole point to be like, it's difficult. And I'm like, I can barely fight the level 50 bosses because I'm just not level 50 yet. Yeah, what should we... First of all, this is driving me nuts. Just gotta figure this out real quick. The mods I linked were mostly core QOLs. Ones I'd recommend, especially solving issues or... compliant you expressed during this. Yeah. Raid says also I probably will eventually, Fluff. I'm not quite. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's like we'll see. I'm very much like I'm not sure. Well, when I know I will. I just don't know when I'll jump into the whole modding thing. Alone says sub raid. Also, what's good, Lone? Raid says, hi, Lone. Been chilling. Raid says, also, happy birthday, Raid! Holy shit, happy birthday, Raid! That's awesome. How old are you, man? That's crazy. Let's fucking go, Raid. Happy birthday, man. That's massive. Yeah, Raid, you've been here for so long, man. I think you're... Shit, I would say Raid is probably 23 or 24, but that I might be on some crazy shit. Oh. Let me see. I might have to just look up a fucking video. No, that's my feed, you son of a bitch. Let's do this. Face cam. I might have to look up actually in the YouTube thing just to see. What is it? Palworld update. New update things. I just need to find out how to just make it. I just gotta toggle my guys and be like, hey, knock it off. Sorry. Okay, speed times 30. He has this fun little intro. We build, what is that? What did he just build? He built a fucking death shrine? What did he just do? He just built a death shrine or some shit. My god. You build a death shrine, then you summon a Cthulhu Eldritch Horror at your base, and then maybe they kill it, or maybe everything in your base dies. And he struggled, and he seems like he's well at endgame, so it's going to be rough for us boys. But if you do capture her, she has a cool little void ability. She looks kind of nice, too. She's got a lot of demon eyes on her, but hey. I think this is a video that's talking about how to get the raid. I just want to know how to not... No, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. I want to know how you toggle off people. Damn you. Is it somewhere in here? You can compress people. Yeah, okay, now he's okay, wait a minute. Oh yeah, so you do, yeah, this is what, okay, you do need the stupid thing. I knew it, I just trusted myself. It's exactly what happened. You do need to get the stupid dictator podium. Everyone's saying happy birthday. Fluff says, I'm also looking into buying a new bed that will hopefully be more comfortable and suit my needs. My current mattress will be moved to my brother's room with the find a twin. Currently got a queen size bed, but it's wider than I need. B would open up more space to be on sides. Plus the current mattress. Yeah, man. Well, that's great. Yeah, especially getting a special like foam mattress and whatnot. There, I think they've gotten much better nowadays. But I will say, man, the thing that's got me excited for beds, man, is there's like a cooling bed, which is just like an attachment that you attach to your bed. It's like a thin memory foam that goes along the top, and it just self cools. I guess it just has like water cooling or some shit in there, but it basically keeps your temperature throughout the night a certain thing. It's gonna be like too expensive, but to me I think that's the dream, to like get into a bed and it be kind of always cold despite whatever happens. That's I fucking dream, you know. Lone says, yo Raid, you excited for adventures? I know I spelled it wrong. Okay. I imagine it's whenever Lone and Raid talk, it's always about one thing, and it's that goddamn gotcha game. Raid says, I'm 25. I felt like I hit the money. 25. Lone, I was originally gonna pull on him, but after having seen him in action, he looked crazy. Same. Raid says, but I'm gonna go nuts once Sam comes out. Ooh. Fluff says, and no worries, Grin. As I prefaced, I wanted you to let me. Yeah, no, I know. I always get the point, but to me, I always like to keep my bases because, yeah, like, you know, just in case this, I'll just say that and this. Also, man, everything got a glow up. Everything, even like the bow looks nicer now. I wonder if it actually looks like that and not just like, you know, garbage. But yeah, everything looks much more defined. I wonder if I can actually use this bow. I want this to be a legendary. This is the one thing I do want to use at endgame, which is the 3-shot bow, because it kind of. I love the guns. We'll use the guns. All right, I'm sure we'll get our jollies off from the guns. All right, let me tell you. But I do not think that is something that we're going to do too soon. I think the bow is just satisfying. Something about a bow that's just it. You know what I mean? Let us put this here because there's no reason why we wouldn't. And I'll build this because I'm a heathen. All right, never mind. Man, you're just the best. Okay, set work mode or set work preference. Bangarang, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. So now we can basically de-toggle certain things that these people can do. The trick is, or the catch is that we don't kind of want Anubises not doing what they're doing. Anubises are picking up shit. They are, in fact, breaking down rock, which is probably the main thing that we want them to do. And then, of course, they are doing this. And then they're defending our base. Love that. Okay, love that for them. But I do want to go to our bees and tell them to... bee guards, this is tough. This requires, like, a little bit of finagly testing. Because how much... The bee guards were mainly there for, I think... I don't know, transporting? I don't know what that... I think they did, like, a little bit enough of... They did enough of the planting. So we need planting, we need watering, and then we need... Gathering? Isn't that a different variable? Yeah, gathering. But I think we can tell the Elizabeth to, like, chill. Because I think we got, especially in this base, we have her, which is for planting and gathering. Okay, so she's killing it. I don't need her to do medicine. She cannot do medicine. And that'll be fine for us. Okay. I honestly don't need her to pick up shit. I just need her to get the thing. But that's fine. She can transport it too. Elizabeth, is this the big bee? Or is this the tiny bee? No, this is... this guy... Okay, so we're right. This person needs to only do one thing, and that is produce honey, okay? Nothing else. Just produce honey. Maybe transport, but honestly, honey. Honey is the main thing I need from you. You're the bottleneck here. Honestly, I should do this for the chickens as well. The chickens on my other stable, man, or do they just like, I'm just going to travel, I'm just going to teleport some shit around. I'm going to transport, and I'm like, I need you to make eggs. It's your only thing. I hope there's not like a thing where you just get tired and you just don't want to do anything anymore. Lone says, I'm honest, not interested in salmon. Fluff says, I would be keeping up with Genshin much. I did see a thumbnail indicating that Arlico is now available. Ooh, yeah, there's... Man, Genshin is one of those things where I see every now and again, and I'm like, no interest. But when I see Withering Waves, I start to salivate, because I still think I want something like that. But yeah, it's just not that, you know? We want the kindling, we want the transport, you're perfect. The Elizabeth, I think, is what I was referring to beforehand. No, this is Bee Guard. Okay, same thing. I just want you to produce honey. We gotta look at those names. They look very similar. All right, good. The moose only produce milk. Good. This guy, I normally had you just being a kind of like a keep things cold guy. You're doing a great job. Just stay that. Elizabeth is tough because she does planting, which I don't even think we need an Elizabeth anymore because we have the other people. So I don't even know if we need her particularly. We could probably get someone else up in here. I just don't know who else we would really pick. I guess maybe we'd do a gun. One of those, like, sausage-looking fucking fish things. Although we do like having a lot of food. Hey, I think we can take away our big Elizabeth. And we can put in one of them big-ass fish. Elizabeth, love you, but leave. Alright, good. We're going to take you away. Where is the big fish that now generates high-grade oil? Are you anywhere? Do I just murder all you because you were basically useless beforehand? I think I killed them all. Yeah, I definitely probably killed them all. Shit. Now, one? I didn't keep one of the fish? Damn it. No idea. Okay, they're right here. I'm blind. This. Ferocious, cold-hearted. Not what we really want. Mining foreman. Positive thinker, I guess, is the only one that's kind of good, and that's stacked. He has a lot of random abilities. Cool. Do your thing. Let me tell you to only... I think he can only do one thing, but hey. No, I don't want to leave the freak... I'm not a slave driver here. Okay, we're trying to run a tight ship. Seems she is pyropolar. Ooh, for Genshin? Huh. Raid says, that's fair, Alone. Everyone has their preference. Alone says, I am interested in... I've been waiting for her for 2 years. Whew. Should be sad up. Yeah. Raid says, I'm a big sucker for a robot / Gundam looking character. Really? That's a weird one to me. I mean, if it's Titanfall, I get it, but otherwise, it's hard to kind of be like all in. Yeah, see, he's doing all this other shit. Don't do anything else but produce the stuff. Just produce oil, all right? We need oil. You can do everything besides maybe that you just focus on everything else but that. Don't gather, just produce eggs. What are you doing? Stop. You just do this. This is your only job, is to produce me a very specific resource. Everything else is fine. You are kind of good for transport, and I think ice. I don't even know what you do. I don't even know why I put you here. Is it because of the cooling? It might be the 4 transport. I think that's what it was. I just wanted him to transport stuff. We might do that. But transport's one of the weird ones where I think you do want in the Jack of all trades. These are 2 guys, do the good watering and do that one. Anubis, number 2. You guys can all say the same. Verdash, however, I don't want Verdash to chop wood. Stop. Do you chop wood? No, you do not. Good. No one needs to chop wood here, all right? It's pretty not necessary, okay? Stop. Gathering is fine. It's not your specialty. Well, what does she do? She does planting and gathering. And what does he do? Planting and gathering. But also chops wood. But also transports. Got it. Okay, I think we're good. And now the big thing is my other location. My other location is a mess. It's just like constant bullshit where they're like, I'm gonna just not do my job for 20 million years. Also, what's good, Rasta? I see you over goddamn Twitch. Rasta says, hey, GRINN, I finished watching Fallout 4 series. Is it good? I've heard actually people say it's pretty fucking good. Jonathan Nolan did good. I was about to say, man, I heard a lot of people say, like, it's fucking good. I've also heard that Netflix series is pretty good. I don't know what it's called, but it's like The Dream or some shit. I can't. It's from a popular book, like The Third Mind or some shit. I don't know. It's in that vein. I've never gotten into the Gundam robots. I'm not sure about that alone. I feel like some of your Nikitas look very close to kind of like a robot-esque Gundam-esque thing. Red says also... I haven't been playing Genshin for a month, but I've been waiting ages for her to... I'll drop some polls and get her and see what happens. Whew. Damn. That's a rich man. I haven't played this game in a while. I'm not sure if I'm into it as much as I was. I'll still drop money in it. Damn. Ray is the ideal customer, let me tell you, for these gacha games. We want someone who doesn't complain. Just, in a couple weeks, they drop their wallet just to see, and then they leave. Again. Although Ray does play a shit ton of game. He plays many hours of a game. So it's not quite like that, but where do I want to put this? I don't want to put this anywhere near anything good. The church, we've arrived. Look how many of you guys are so eager to help build. Should I let them do that? I mean, I guess there's not really any instance where they're... Yeah, it's not like building gets in the way, necessarily. Is it Y? There we go. Alright, for this, fire, I guess, we're mainly do their transport, but they won't do any fire unless they have to. You only make milk good. You do logging. Why? I guess because there is logs. It's only a ×2 logging, though. I have definitely better pallets for logging. That's crazy. Why are you here? Let's replace him. Why is he here? This we need to take away. You guys, your only job is to make eggs. Okay? It drives me nuts when our bee guards are doing 15 things when they just need to be planting things. You drive me nuts. Don't transport. I mean, I guess you could transport. A little bit of transporting. Is it necessary? Do we have enough birds? I mean, our rock smashers kind of transport a lot, and they do a really good job. You only have a transport. No, you have transport too. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, you're okay, I guess. Wait, is this... These big guards, not Elizabeth. That's different. They're so complicated. Try me now. I think we're good for the whole planting things. I think Layleen should take care of us. A Verdash would be kind of epic because, Verdash is just kind of nice as well. But I think we're good. Tombat is kind of nice at just doing everything. He can kind of pop off. Maybe I don't want him to, make shit, but I guess it doesn't really matter. That was Musanda. Never mind. Musanda, do I want you to do other things? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's rough. I don't think it matters, if I'm honest. You're doing great. You're doing God's work. Anubis is popping up. Well, let's change out Fanglehop for like something who's amazing at chopping wood, just because. I don't even know if I need it, but Grin, Nikitas are well. Man, I don't know what to say. I was about to say again. Every time Malone says it, I'm like, I think I'm shocked there's not a mod yet for Palworld that is like, hey, we've replaced all of the pals with humanoid things, essentially. Surprising it hasn't happened yet, but hey. Or if it has, I just haven't seen it. I thought you'd hear about it. I thought you'd be like, people would be like, yuck, or oh my god. Who is good at breaking down trees? Well, Santa has 2. Those are baby numbers. We want some big, like, huge number. He's a level 2 as well. God damn it, monkey. That. You guys. This one is a level 3, and I can force him to only do the job. That's the best we've seen thus far. A level 3. Verdash pops off quite a bit too. He's level 2. That's crazy. This guy should definitely be level 3. He's huge. Wild. We have this big guy, level 2. Level that. Level medicine. Yes. All this and this and that. I'm surprised. The best we have is yeah. Just surprised. Why is he level? I guess he's a purely offensive character. And him, who's a level 4 for mining. Also, Digtoys got better, so Digtoys is now an animal. I think we got rid of most Digtoys because they were shit. But yes, Digtoys is actually, that's what we'll do. We'll just replace him with a Digtoys. That's good. Where is the goat thing? There it is. Boom. Digtoys do better this time around. Apparently, Digtoys is now broken because they've just tuned him to be really, really good. So why is there not multiple ranches here? I feel like that's a good idea. Like it took one away, or maybe it degraded. I don't know. Or maybe it was just that it never really was easy to store things. I don't know. Why is this here? This is probably right in the way, buddy. Hey, give me all this, I guess. Take. You were overweight. No shit. Can I do this and then this and then this? I still remember how to play this game. It's a shock. I know, to me as well. I'll be there in millennia. It'll be fine. I want it to stay, all of the little tufts to be up and at them, alright? Because I don't know, I think the tufts are where they sit. I think that's how they produce stuff. Listen, I'm doing my best. There we go. I think that's right. I think that's good. And it should be okay. Thanks. I need to also make a box. Ba, ba, da, da, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. Help me make this, please. Golly, I'm so goddamn fat. Good. Alright, I don't know if we have that many people who actually produce a resource here. Oh, I have some up here, that's why. I was like, why is it broken? But it's also because we have stuff here. Maybe I shouldn't put this here. Because they refuse to take it to the place where we want them to take it. I don't know if I put some random crap in here, like a necklace of damage. No, we kind of want that. Let's put this here. Who needs an axe? All right, so that's one of them. That's actually extremely useful. They seem like they're producing more efficiently. Love it. Feels good. Digtoys is popping off. I think. I hope. I don't know. I think it's better. It looks like they're working. Again, I don't like that I have to be here for them to produce any sort of decent speed. But let's go here, because this is the main place where we need to produce as much as possible. Oh, I forgot. We can also mess with these guys. Shit, I guess we'll do this too. I just try to get my bases in order, gang. It's tough. Where is this thing? Ba, 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 ba. This. I'm going to try. Ooh, you guys have been making so many eggs. Good for you. This needs to be here. He does it. Just very slowly. Has anyone seen the Fallout movie outside of Rasta? TV series, not movie, sorry. Oh, Raid, you haven't played Genshin in a month either? You have 5 or so, 6 even. Fluff says, I waited about 2 years for Sino, got him and Candace, then haven't returned to Genshin since. That's might be for the best. That might be for the best. Are you excited at all for Withering Waves, Fluff? I don't know. I thought you were kind of like the same thing as Genshin, where you're kind of like, I mean, it's free. I'll try it. I feel like it's always been your baseline, which is fair. We have a person that waters stuff, albeit poorly. Still nice. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. They chops down wood. I guess something gives them to do in the meantime. Him, however, we want him to just water things. I do not want him to transport. I do not really want him to mine. I'm mainly here for you watering and cooling things. That's the main reason. All right. You plant things good. Good. If I have a Laylene, I'm going to replace you, because actually she does better in everything. Sorry. I also think she eats less. I don't need you to carry things or to help. I just need you to work. Okay. And I just like the look of your character. You look cool. We'll take that off. You don't need to make medicine. I don't need you to really chop trees. Everything else is fine. Anubis, you're killing it. These guys are doing good. I like how it tells you that they're nocturnal. That's fun. Everything else I think is good. All right, good. All right, good. Let's see. Did we get a good roll or just anything? Just a roll. Just a roll that's not absolute garbage. Let's see. And we got what? Oh, ferocious, coward, and why does it go behind that? It never used to go behind that. I hate that. I don't think that's what we want. Musclehead, runner, and conceited? Conceased? I don't know what that says. Anyways, what are you all about, gang? He's got Musclehead and Ferocious, so I just wanted to get either get just something without Artisan is what I'm kind of looking for. And then him, that's tough because we have Artisan. I see the problem. It's going to be tough to not get Artisan. Shit. Well, keep going, gang. We're going to hopefully get there eventually. Everything looks pretty good. Don't grab shit. Ah, grab shit. Damn it. That looks terrifying. I hate that. Alrighty. Let's stay here for a bit. Okay, so now what? We have this. So, we're making oil. I guess that's good for whenever we make enough guns, but I'm not at the high enough level to make I might be at a high enough level to make guns. We should make guns. We should make guns and see how that goes. A new passive at Mercy's Hill. Pals will passively cannot reduce enemies' HP below 1 when attacking. New items. Ring of Mercy has been added. New armor. Multi-climate undershirt. Yeah, so that's not really new, but yeah. Electric incubator has been optimized essentially. You can now reduce the weight of metal ore while riding a Surintera. Okay. You can now raise Pal's rank to a maximum with a single synthetic... Okay, yeah, so this is the other thing. So they basically gave you the ability for your Pals to just be infinitely better. So you can like supercharge your Pals by injecting them with some sort of like steroid, essentially. It basically just gives them XP, which is pretty nice. So you don't have to sit there and be like... Although it's not that bad to grind up your Pals like efficiency, though, so it's not that bad. You have hardcore playing Sorrel as far as gacha games go. Been only the only one I've been playing. Also, in regards to rebooting character preference, or robot character preference, they have a lot of designs I fuck with. I'm not crazy picky though. I'm probably not gonna go too nuts on the character, depending on how primo. I have, yeah, you're not gonna get crazy. You're gonna spend, but you're not gonna get wild. You're not gonna start wilding. Oh yeah, so now also, your character will drop his items if he's asleep in Palworld for too long. So if you're staying in your friend's world, your character will like basically have a resting animation, which just helps for like co-op stuff being less weird, I think. You can allow disable certain work for Pal. Yes, this is huge. We can now disable work for people. Chest filled with so yeah, you can filter chesting. Again, that's amazing. These are two things that people were like, this will make my base so much more efficient, and it seemingly has. Crafted items are now transported into crafting facilities selected that allow transport. Yeah, so now there's basically like a hierarchy that you can set where like pals are going to start dumping items in this thing. Again, if this game ever makes it to PlayStation, which I think it will eventually, probably just somehow. Maybe not. Again, it's tough because it's like a Microsoft-backed kind of game, but maybe. I hope it does. And if it does, you guys are just going to have such a funner time because this is stuff that we're kind of like, why? You can now connect. Oh yeah, so this is the other thing that they were. This is something that drove me nuts, but I think they fixed this. So basically, the building permission stuff has been laxed significantly. I think to where now I think you can kind of get by with, instead of having like a support beam, like a foundational point, you can just basically have like a wall. And so long as it's connected, even if it's off like here, normally I couldn't put anything here because it's just too far away from the structural pillars. To now I think you can actually like build. How dumb is it? Let it be dumb, please. I want it to be just so stupid. Okay, we can't do that. What if it breaks everything? Oh, that's a little scary. Well, hopefully it won't. Build. Oh, I only build once. Build. How dumb is it? Let it get dumb. It gets dumb. It gets pretty dumb. Let's go! Alright, cool. So you can build some stupid, crazy structure in the game. Not like, no, I don't like it. Stop. Please do not break everything. How do I go into the destruction mode? Don't break everything, please. Don't break everything, please. Oh, thank God. Okay. Whew. All right, so yes, you can build like a stairway to heaven, and again, the raiders will just hit the thing and kill you, but at least you can get some crazy shit going. You can make a tower spiral around crap. That sounds awesome. All right, great. Even though people were able to make some crazy stuff just like bog standard. So that's huge. So the restrictions for building has been reduced. Love it. I do think there were mods that fix the same thing, but hey. Raid says, I'm probably not going to do that. The multis. Lone says, I know my pity in Genshin is 0. I remember I got Nava and logged off. Yeah, man. Rough. Rough. I remember we spent everything on that one character, which is almost like you had to have 2 copies in order for him to be like really good, like, or even just like good is what the new standard of good, basically. And sure as shit, nothing. Not a thing. We only got 1 copy, which was fine. But just, we spent it all, you know, and I was just hoping, like, this is my final thing. And also it was a good nail in the coffin. It was made me like, you know what? If you don't love me, I won't love you. Okay. Gah. Let us, well, what's new? I want to try to go through a lot of the new stuff. I don't think we'll be able to get the boss because I'm not built like that. I think the boss is also all the way down here. Let us see. Where is the boss special little thing? Is it this? It might be that. Unlock after a certain capturing a pal. No, maybe not. I thought there was like a special like runic, demonic like thing you can build that looks pretty rough. Maybe not. Maybe it's not that yet. But hey. All right. We said craft items are now transported to crafting facilities. Transport stuff. You can edit your character. Oh yeah, so you can edit your character's appearance now, which is huge. There's a new like glamour thing that you can go. Also, building has been relaxed. You can now put stairs and all that stuff. Roofs go crazy. You can now force a pal to work and cancel their breaks by picking them up and throwing them towards the facility. Pals recover their sanity while taking a break, so be careful. You're like, I'm not done with you. Keep working. He's like, please, sir, stop. Balance adjustments mitigated some of the things. So yeah, this is cool. So like, you constantly like, teeter between like really cold and really hot, even at nighttime. So they made it so that there's no like that's gonna happen less. So you just won't get like frozen even though you have endgame armor on. You won't just start freezing out of nowhere. Reduces the button press time for incubation eggs. That's huge. Change the pattern of Jurgentide Ignis to something more unique. Pattern? Okay, so I guess he has a funner hit combo or something. Adds legendary blueprints for some firearms dropped by specific enemies. That's a tease. I don't know what that is. That seems like legendary farming has gotten better. Corrected the selling price of diamonds. In single player, there is no longer a selective spawn for multiple players. Block is rock stuck. Increased attack power, multiplier of partner skills that increase the player's attack while riding has been, so you would call one of the best builds in the game was just using a mount that scaled up your power, and then you would just kill the shit out of them. You still need to get to end game, you still need to unlock all the good gear, and then you just get the reward of actually being able to kill things. It doesn't seem like it's a pretty big nerf actually. It's 22% to 0.2%, so it's almost a complete half, cut in half. Eggs is found in the world have a small chance to be alpha pals. That's interesting. Wow. Flying and floating pals are now immune to fall damage. Sweet. Shop prices have been adjusted. Bug fixes, things like that. I don't think we need to look at, but that's pretty cool. But you know what's even cooler, gang? Let me pull this up. I don't know how I feel about this. This is definitely what some people really wanted from the game. But your boy, it's fine. It's fine. It looks. We're watching 280p. My favorite. Should I pull this up on a different monitor? I think I should because it looks like shit. Let's do this. Okay. So we have this. This is the new big update. That's a tease. So essentially, it's PvP. This is for somebody. It is kind of cool. I didn't know. Like, it looks like their colors are changed, so they make the pals look different. I just hit loop. Why did it do that? But yes, it's like a cool versus mode. I don't know. It's neat for somebody. I feel like I don't know. I'm very happy with this being my own little world. Maybe if my friends are here, we playing. Why does it do that? It's a loop perfectly. It's very strange that it's not like going all the way back. It's like go and then going back. What's good, Bolty? How are you, Bolty? How have you been? What game are you playing, Bolty? Bolty, did you ever get into Destiny? I thought you did. I thought I talked to you about this beforehand. Let us see. What are we doing? This. I want to pull up this again. All right, good. So now we just need to find out how to actually summon forth Cthulhu Demon Monster and then just get ripped to shreds, okay? Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so that's got. Thank you, YouTube channel. That just helped me a lot. Okay, so this is the dresser, by the way. This is something cool. This is how you change our appearance now, which is dope. It's on the special cyber power, whatever it's called, ancient technology. What is this? Oh yeah, so this is the Homeward Thundercloud. This is basically like a Dragon Ball reference where like you just get on an Ignis cloud and then just boom, you teleport. It's rad. Mining site, yeah. So then they also added this mining site 2 and then mining site 3. I think it's 3. It's just like a big ass. Also, this is huge. Ability glasses. They also added this. This is the ability to go and look at a pal and you can actually see. I think you can see its level. I don't know if you can see its like special traits. That's crazy. Glasses used to discern hidden pals' abilities. Display health. Does it actually? This could be crazy if it actually does tell you like their traits. So you could just scan pals without having to capture them and see. That would be huge. I don't know if that's the case. We'll see. Food bag means nothing. Incubator. Is this it? Yeah, the electric incubator. This is one that keeps pals' like timer, whatever, in perfect sync. What's ancient civilization core? What is that? Maybe I think we get that from like just doing dungeons. We got dyes, we got a giant feeding bag, and then we got more grapple things. Okay. I think we got most of it. What's this? Ring of Mercy. Oh, this is huge. Pacifist ring. One of the biggest problems. You have to wait till you're like level 20, but still, I guess it makes sense. This is when you get the breeding farm. But the pacifist ring basically makes it so that it's significantly easier to capture pals because it stops you from being able to kill them. It just lets you bring them all the way to 1 HP, which is huge. However, I don't think this applies to your character. To your pal. So your pal can still kind of kill things, but you can kind of like just dump a magazine into an enemy and be fine. Which I think is the kind of the goal. Your pal should get them most of the way there, and then you could like use your actual weaponry to get them the rest of the way there. But this is huge. This has been so nice. There's a lot of quality of life stuff that's just here, and it's just nice. So do we get all of the building material stuff? I think we did. I don't know if there's some like sort of super metal that's a thing. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but maybe. But I do know what we're going to do. We are going to go and unlock the glasses, I think. I don't know if we have enough to make anything. Like anything. Before we do that, let's actually try to unlock this. This is the summoning altar. This is how we get access to the main boss thing. I'm worried. I don't know if we'll be okay. Some people have made, like, summoned it in their base, and my base isn't exactly filled with, like, high-level pals, so... So we might just purge all of our pals accidentally, we'll say, for pal rights, whatever, that it might exist in this world. Yes, I think we're good. So is there not like a... It surprises me. Oh, there is. Well, there's a mining site, and then there's not a like a wood cutting site. That's weird. Whether there's like an industrial site for ore refining. What is this? Large quantities of ore, mining ore. But does this actually give you like special ore, or is this just rock? If it just makes rock do more rock things, then that's ass. But if it actually has a chance of giving you, yeah, it does. A large quantity of ore. So I think everything here is... So there's rocks and there's an ore. So this is... I mean, man... That's... What's... That's... Okay. No, fuck. There's no point. The perfect base doesn't matter anymore. That's crazy. The perfect base does not matter anymore. So you can set up shop wherever you want. The only thing that ever mattered when it comes to your base is you not being near ore nodes. And now if you just get to level 15, you can get a shit ton of ore nodes. Like a ton of ore nodes. I want to make that like now and see if it must be worse. It has to be worse, right? You do have to wait till level 30 to get access to like an actual pretty good ore node, so maybe it's not that bad. But that seems cracked. That seems like a lot. I also wonder if this is worth it. Not at my current level, but I just want to see what it's all about. That's crazy. That makes, like, yeah. I can't believe, like, I thought, like, yeah. You could set up whatever looks nice. Which is kind of what I was hoped it would be. I wish you could just set up where... luckily, there were a lot of the places that just looked nice were also where, like, iron ores were. Because I think the developers were nice. I haven't had time to watch it yet. The Fallout one. The undershirt is new. It provides both heat and cool protection. Ooh, I didn't know. Is there another undershirt that I missed? Shit. Can you buy it, or is it somewhere in the upgrade tree? Must be somewhere. I am blind. Lone says, but GRINN. All right, I read that. Fluff says, that undershirt is new. It provides heat and both cooling. Means you need to use both slots. Yeah. I will say, though, a lot of people say that, like, with endgame, it really does help to have, like, the necklaces of damage enhancement, just because there's not a lot of things that scale up your damage. Well, says, depending on how my wallet is looking, I might just hop on Genshin, drop a couple in a chance to get her, and then. But you haven't played the game in a month. I'm gonna give money to this company that I'm not really enjoying what they're doing. If it is Honkai, or what is it? Not Honkai. What is it called? What's the game you guys are playing? Fuck, I don't know what it's called. It's the game that came after Genshin, but made by Hoyoverse. But yeah, that I get, because at least you're playing it. But this game that you're like, you're like, I'm going to give them some money. Crazy. Bodhi says, I'm grinding Diablo 3. Goddamn, all the way back to Diablo, man. Although, I guess that makes sense. I think, yeah, everyone needs the game to kind of do stuff with, like in the background. You know what I mean? Also, guys, should I do it yet? I kind of wanted to vent a little bit just because I'm a baby. You know, it's tough. It's tough out here. Let me vent real quick. You guys are going to hear Palworld sounds in the background. I hope you're hearing music as well, so it's not as bad. Hopefully music is not also overbearing. Let me know. Oftentimes when I say this, you guys are like, there is music? And I'm like, guys, golly. Anyways, okay. Let me do this. There we go. Okay, so I'm in the process of editing a little old video. And I'm a little sad, peeved. Yeah. So, let's pop up over here. So, it's just a little rant. Where am I? Boom. Okay, so this is the video. Yeah, so I made this whole video about Chainsaw Man. It's fun. It's very cool. It's me. Look how cool that is. Isn't that fun? The audio sounds awful. The mic is permanently peaking. So this first 2 hours of footage, like I told you, garbo is me trying to get a cool shot, me talking. Eventually, do I have the moment where I'm like, I did a horrible job of explaining that? Let me go back up. Also, it all just went to shit. Anyways, a little spoiler for upcoming videos. By the way, the head stab does work. It's just when you kill an enemy, it doesn't. Anyways, the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because I'm so sad that the most of the footage is just destroyed. I'm trying to find a way to make it be used. This is me trying. What is it? Is it? I had one cool run here where I just went like, is it this? I think it's this. This part was cool. This part was kind of cool. Anyways, but yeah, essentially, I started editing this video, and I messed up this footage because the mic started peaking and it just sounds terrible. One thing that makes people like not want to listen to you is just like, or not even want to be around you, is like grating audio. So I was like, okay, I have to film this again. Unlucky. Let's do that. Stop. Go away, bar. Jeez. Yeah, it sounds like shit. I hate it. So I was like, okay, I have to redo it again. Fantastic. I redid it again, but I am not. I don't want to negatively reinforce this, but I am not very good at redoing things because I find that there's so much fun and goofiness that happens in a moment. The whole time I'm redoing something, I'm thinking about how the first time was better and it was more authentic and it was goofy. I try my best to like be like, no, I have the opportunity to do it perfectly. Anyways, yeah, it's very neat. I thought this was fun. I think there's a moment here that I'm not even sure I'll be able to show. Anyways, the TLDR, that kind of the TLDR, is. I basically don't like any of the video, essentially. So I'm trying to find a way to make it like a quick band-aid, to be like, this is a cool idea I had. I thought it'd be really neat to kind of like mend the violent nature of Chainsaw Man with what is already violent, which is VR, and kind of show people a cool POV of Chainsaw Man. I thought it'd be a fun thing for people to click on. It'd be fun to watch. But my commentary sucked in the live gameplay, so I think I'm just going to do my weird story voice and just kind of tell the story of like, here are the mods, here's this thing, and here's the best I got. Here's the footage that's kind of shitty. This is me trying to do a fun shot, by the way. I'm trying to get like an actual shot of me fighting, then to cut back. That's how the sausage is made a little bit. Summoning enemies. I put up a camera here that's still. Did this ever look cool? I thought it hopefully looked neat. This. Yeah, so just the flailing arms. We're a little stiff. It looks a little odd. But ultimately, it's kind of okay. But then, after doing that bloodbath, I wanted to do... Is it this? Come on. And bang. If you know Chainsaw Man manga, the hit, boom. And this is me going on a tear with this thing, and then this thing is just a fucking beast. This avatar is just like made of nothing but hell. And you just... Bah! Yeah. Alright, let's try not to get this stream demonetized. But the TLDR is, you record something, and you're like, it could have been better. It could have been better. We're out here. It's rough. It's real rough. But, you know, I think I can salvage it. It just won't be the video I hoped it would be. But hey, thank you for letting me vent. Hopefully you've seen some cool things. Some of those clips should make it into the video. But yeah. What Lone says, so no PvP for Palworld? I don't know, Lone. I don't feel like it's my cup of tea. Probably not. Fluff says, many of these mods, in some regards, need to have officially implemented. Yeah, absolutely. Especially, again, if this ever did get to consoles, that'd be fucking huge. And I'm happy to see that they didn't go the route of Ark, which Ark I very much feel like, especially at the very, 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 very beginning of Ark, it was very much a game that was like, let's just focus on adding new stuff, and not like making sure the game is stably running, adding that, whatever. It was just new, next, which maybe was its strength, but also I think it made the game weird. Like the beginning of the Ark was, I always thought, the weakest, but I think now it's changed. I think eventually they did go back. False Swipe and some other moves in Pokemon were purely extended to a weakened 1 HP, so you can catch. Ooh! Fluff says, Ore is not the same as Stone. Yeah, I know. To me, but what do you call it? Stone is what we already have at a base, so we already have Stone stuff here. So Ore, basically means that we can go wherever we want. There's no special wood, stone, mining site, or yeah, because there's no special woods or something like that, right? If they ever had like sturdy or wood, then yeah. In fact, the only thing that's really valuable, like that you should at least set up one camp in, is the special stone that makes, what is it called, polygraph? It's like the plastic in the game, basically. It was in a patch notes you were reading earlier. Oh, okay, I see. Bodhi says Tower of Fantasy. Ooh, Tower of Fantasy I always enjoyed. I just hated that it was one of those games that I think suffered, for me at least, from getting just really bad pulls, and also just never feeling strong. Like it's such a complete pivot where I thought Tower of Fantasy was such better optimized game as far as like combat goes, like where you could actually get by with less. Totally not the case. At least not for me. I think you did need, like, it puts so much more strain on you needing like a 5 stack in one character. You couldn't just do what Genshin did, which is like you can have 2 really good characters and they can kind of be okay. It's like, no, you need like 5 of one character, just so that they can kind of output enough damage for you to feel like you're valid, you know? Well, it says, Grin, you are the voice of reason. You talk me out of it. Talk you out of what? What happened? What happened? Of spending money in Genshin? Good. Spend that money on a gamer cup. Okay, at least you'll have some mileage and it'll be something that you could collect and have, actually. It's not like Genshin where you're like, all the stuff that we collected for years is basically useless. Whereas if you got a gamer cup, maybe, you can find. You have a substantial advantage on having some gamer sub stuff. I have no gain for gamer stuff, by the way. I gain nothing. I just feel like it's a better buy than the absurdity is that have got you. Chainsaw Man, although the chainsaw coming out of the arms is very immersive. Yeah, dude, it's a little weird. Once you hear some music, you get some lighting in there. It's cut in a way that's aggressive. I think you'll fall into the story of like the Rampage, you know, just like we did with the, you know, what is it? Jedi versus 100 enemies kind of thing. Although the chainsaw coming out of the arms of the mercenary, I'm still watching the video. I'm going to still give it a like, still comment. I'm going to still enjoy. Thank you, Lone. I appreciate it. Very, very much love the support. I will say, though, man, I don't know. YouTube is fun. Again, does that make sense? Like, so streaming has always been godly. I've always loved streaming. Streaming is always like the best because I just get to hang with you guys, get to talk. We get to talk about our interests. We get really weirdly into things, and we get out of things. It's great. But YouTube has moments where it's like, man, I worked hard on that idea and it just didn't hit. And it's always my fault because I don't understand what the audience that I've cultivated really wants, I guess, in the Mind Palace Madness videos. But then I'm starting to kind of figure that out, which is it's a good thing and a bad thing, because a part of me, it's a little sad. Well, I want to give up yet, but I very much seems like a lot of people really enjoy the way I do the way I communicate in voiceover. Like it's basically communicating as if you were a storyteller. It's always what I think of it as. Like, so it's like I try to keep my points concise and I keep pulling people into different topics and like weaving together the thing I mentioned at the beginning and at the top and stuff like that. And I show cool gameplay and that's what people tend to like. There's also the one that's the most concise. So it's not like 20 minutes of you kind of doing this and then jumping into this, because every time you start a new thing, your brain kind of goes, do I want to stay on this boat or do I want to leave? But the videos that I kind of also have fun doing, which is just kind of like the being a weirdo, talking about random shit, like the video that I always thought was way too much, but it worked in a weird way. It's the boys. What's his name? Nero or not Nero? Black Noir. Black Noir I thought was such a fun, goofy video, but I think like the whole, whenever you're like RPing or something like that, or when you're playing into a character or a story, it's so easy to fall for, I think, certain people's like cringe radar to get set off, and you're like, wait, I promise it's cringe at the beginning for sure, but eventually kind of, I think, balances out because you just eventually just follow what's happening. But I think that's why. It's also less alienation. I think it's easier for people to like kind of jump into someone talking about what the topic that they're interested in, rather than talking like yelling at somebody this weird story of crap, essentially. But it's always also fun for me. So I want to see if I can still try to figure out how to make that work. How to like have live commentary performance be a video in itself and not need for me to kind of pull people in by talking to them really softly at the beginning and kind of like creating an interest point in the beginning. But anyways, back to what we were doing. Let's try to make the glasses. I don't know if we should make the glasses. The glasses are tough. Do we have enough points to buy? I don't think we do. We can make the beginner area, which I don't really want to waste materials on this basic bitch one. Is it also... I imagine it's 3. It has to be 3. Right? Oh, no, it's 2. Oh. No, it's 3. It's 3. Yeah, yeah. It is 3. We might do that special, what do you call it, thing to get some ancient parts. I think ancient parts are acquired by just doing a dungeon run, I think. But I forget what that is exactly, how we get those. I forget. I think we got to kill a boss also, it helps. Boss we never killed before. Which that part should be pretty easy. All right, let us head to making this, which we need... Oh, that's actually extremely easy to make, but I think there's something that's not extremely easy to make. That's the catch. And a lot of my guys are here. I don't know how tough they are. Alone says, also Grin, they have a new gamer subs called Raw Meat. What is the look of it? Give me a minute. I gotta look. What you can't call something raw meat. And that's a pretty against the brand kind of a name, unless it's just titty. Gamer sub. What is the deal with this? No, it's just literally okay. No, it's just I guess it's in the gamer subs kind of category. It's just this. It's just some weird shit. It's just in the category of chaos of just this meat. You're eating raw meat. What does it taste like? Blood? It just tastes like fucking lead or something. I love how they don't tell you the fucking taste value of it either. Is there any cool cups? I feel like Gamer Subs has gotten quiet a little bit with the cup release. Usually they were like next. Gamers, where's the goddamn waifu cups? There we go. Waifu cups. The hoodie looks kind of nice. Huh. Season 6. Ooh, it's a cute girl pitching. That's kind of fun. It's sold out, apparently. Of course it is. That's actually pretty modest. That one's not too risque. That one's a little much. That one's a little bit of, yeah. Oh my God, there's one that is a lot. There's one with 2. Damn, that one they went for. That one is that one is probably gonna get bought up a lot, very quick. And there's one with the behind shot too. Wow. Okay, well that one, yeah, Jesus. Anyways, let's just look at this. I also, guys, I appreciate our community. You guys don't yell at me stand up when I'm doing something like that, which just wholesome sweetness. What is this? We got that. Okay. Now, how did you get the weird other thing? What was that? Bolaron Labro slab fragment. Fragment depicting Bolaron Labro combining all to create a slab. What? Excuse me? What? Okay, I think we go here. Okay, so we just need to do some dungeon runs, then we can actually make it. Got it. Well, if we gotta do some dungeon runs, then we might as well make that other thing. The glasses. How much are they? I bet they're expansive. A refined ignis... I can't speak. What is Ancient Civilization Core? What is that? Is that just what they added to the dungeons? So there's I think they're just trying to give more reasons to do the dungeons, which is kind of fair. Also, unfortunately, there is not... yeah, we could get the shotgun. Oh, that's probably not. No, weapons cost so much to make, and they're not even good. Weapons are shit. I'm not gonna pay for them. Give me a legendary, and then maybe. Oh, we gotta do a bunch of grinding. Do we do this one? I wish it was just like a host thing that you could just say, "Throw me into a dungeon. Throw me into a dungeon." It's kind of annoying that you have to run all the way around, you know. My beard. Bodhi says that gotta be some kind of Luffy flavor. Why? What do you mean? Oh, did I pass it? I think I passed it. Shit. Oh, unless they caved in the thing, or I must have passed it. It must be here. Yeah, I passed it. We probably could do one that's harder than this, but ah. Do 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 do. Ooh, a little bit of lag. So fast. I also would love if there was just a thing that tells you how to get to the end. You know? So I don't have to like go every other way to get out of this place. I kind of try to convince myself that there's some logic to it. Like, go hold to the right side. And it's never true. It's always random. Completely. Oh my god, a chest. That's usually garbage. Yeah. I thought, why don't they give you special rewards in those chests? That way there's at least a reason to come and explore. So I have no clue what the boat tastes like. It's Meat Canyon. Oh, Meat Canyon. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I have no clue what it's supposed to taste like. It's like similar to JFJ brand snake oil, but at least JFJ honestly it tastes like apple pie. Lone says I'm still waiting for you to order the cup. I do. I know, Lone. We have to find one that looks good though. It's gotta be something that I also would like. I want to use it in the stream, and I can't have just bare ass titties on the cup and then have anybody come in here and be like, it's a little much, Grin. I'm like, yeah, I know it is. Okay. I have this viewer. He gave me $25, and I'm buying a cup that he approves of. But we have to both approve of it, okay? And that one with the two ladies on there, I don't know, man. The whole double way, three, whatever you want to call it, it's always been mid to me. Anyways, but yes, here we go. Blizzard Spike. Disgust me. And I imagine it's a lower chance to get something good here. We got ancestral parts, training manual, and some hairband schematic. Okay. What? Cam? What? Did I fuck up? The cam freeze? What's going on? Are we okay? Why did you say cam? What happened? They've been releasing cups almost every Friday. I think they just ended the last session. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. I must have not been seeing it. Dang. I always want Lone to be like, Grin, and yell at me when there's one that's neat. I suddenly got the urge to Google waifu cups. I don't know why. Bolty, you won't regret it. You will feel the regret of FOMO, however, with that. Fear of missing out? Yes. Fluff says, the cup I ordered for my brother is coming tomorrow. I think in the more recent bundle of flavors, our 12-pack of ramen is... Yeah, man, this thing is kind of annoying about GamerSupps a little bit, where I'm like, can you just... I love the memery of it. It's when someone's shitposting all the time, it's kind of like, man... Can I just have an idea? Can you just give me some like baseline ones? You have things like dragon fruit, which are okay. This one I have, so I'm drinking actually right now. But yeah, man. Let's see. Okay, so I want to try to do one that's harder, because I'm not sure if there's much of a reason to do harder things, but yes. What is that? What is this? You see that? This right here. What is that little guy? It's like a what do you call it? Aim, you son of a bitch. Yeah, it's like a little anvil. I don't know what that is. It's weird. Anyways, did I mark a special demonic ruin somewhere here that's not baby not good, baby bad? Also, what do you call it, Fluff? I did see that video of Kraken do his like with Dragon's Dogma thing, and it's very funny. I so badly wish. I think it is. I'm just probably overcomplicating it. It's probably easier to get some of those stuff going. Like I really want text to speech, because sometimes I feel like it would incentivize people just throwing it like a topic, and then we could all reply to it essentially, rather than me having to read, because I'm already so bad at reading. Why the fuck am I not using a skill or an item, a technology that could make this significantly easier? Yeah, dumb idiot face. Oh god, am I getting lit up? No, I'm fine. I thought I got shot by an arrow. I might be getting shot by an arrow, but you know, what's a little hit? Just from a little baby arrow. Where's the dungeons? Sealed dungeons. There we go, dungeons. There is a dungeon here. Can I remember where that is? It is here, I think. God, the sensitivity is so high. What is good, Red? By the way, I did see you. What is good, my boy? Also, I did see your modded version of Dragon's Dogma and your new improved character with the big old ears and a lot of, we'll say hair. We'll say a lot of hair. Anyways. But yes. But yes. Look nice. Look nice. Minus the hair for me. I'm not big in that. Anyways. Lone says, no, Fluff says, can't hesitate. Well, let me see. The cup I ordered, my brother is about to come here. Red says, sup, late. Got distracted by DD2. I get it. Ah! Are these fucking things? I hate them so much. Prove your worth. Eat. Gorilla. Did they improve Gorilla? I never, with this update, maybe they made it much better. I mean, it's okay. I think it's better. Did I make him completely aggressive? It actually seems much better. Well, I think so. No, it's doing it. It's doing the weird thing where he's just kind of fronting on people. Perhaps it's because he's on cooldown. So now I gotta pull him. Okay, that could be it. That could be the reason why. What if I do this? Use your abilities. It's kind of okay. Let's also give us cooldown. That's nice. Let's do this. I think he is actually the one that I have the most things on. Pop off, King. Bang. Killed immediately. I think they did improve the aggression. I think that was a big problem I had when we were doing the video, and now it's much better. Nice. I forgot that was a big thing I was worried about. It's one of the things that bothered me so much is that like, why the hell am I investing in this character when they're so dog shit? Are you alive? Because you're eating the other people. Oh, this was the one that was the worst of it. This one guy never attacked. Kill. Why are you getting a position? Just attack. Will he continue to attack? And it's taking, that's better. It's better. Still taking a lot of time to like queue up attacks, but hey. Not bad. King, okay. Let's do one of these. I should probably give my cannon, what is his name? The cannon guy, a little bit more of a thing. The guy, what is his goddamn name? My gorilla, I should give him a slightly better thing. Love says, I'm getting a tub of black cherry, brand risk, and emotional damage, a 12-pack of ramen, and whoo, you been ordering, boy? Golly, that's not cheap either. But I guess you do drink it like a lot, so I guess it is fair. It is fair. Can't hesitate on the waifu cup. They sell out within a few hours. I know. It's bad. It's a problem. No fat finger either. Fluff says, so Friday our optimum day to buy cups, but they release around noon, 1 p.m. PDT. I've only finished one of the flavors so far, Shy Lily, and I need to... Yeah, I'm about to say, you definitely get your money's worth. Like, I also rarely have it. I think that's my problem. I love it. It's good. I don't find like it's bad, but I just rarely have it. Also, people are crazy who don't... I heard someone saying, like, on a video where they're basically like, it's all just, like, nothing works. I think you're crazy, man. Like, the idea is... Sorry, let me be specific. People often say with, like, gamer subs and stuff like that, and maybe there's an argument for, like, it's not making you fucking smarter when you have, like, what is it called? Nootropics or whatever. I get that. That's fair. But I feel some shit in my brain, man. Does it not go? I thought this one went, but I guess not. But sorry, I can have coffee, and I feel like a pretty big boost for coffee. I love coffee. And what do you call it? Gamer subs, at least the ones I have, has caffeine in it. But what do you call it? I definitely feel like my brain, at the very least, feels it. Maybe it's just some shit that's corroding the shell of your brain, but it feels like there's something there. It doesn't feel like the same kind of mental feeling I have when I have coffee, just pure coffee. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe this is a pattern. Maybe we just need to hold to the right. Bunch of enemies. Fuck off me. Yes, usually this is the right-esque way. Damn it, I didn't mean to fall into water. Yeah, this game everything feels better. But like the optimization stuff, I think a lot of times devs just go like, we optimize stuff, and you're like, could you tell me? Because I don't know what the hell that means. But no, everything kind of just feels better, especially moving around. Also, Ragnit says, oh yeah, Maxor made a Helldiver video. Oh yeah, oh man, I haven't seen that yet. His videos are great, but a hard watch for sure, at least sometimes. Where is the one that's... That one's slightly bigger, I guess it's you. Who must die? This. And then this. Oh, I didn't mean to waste that. Shit. Oh. Never mind, my guy's a tank. Hurry up and die, I guess. If you don't go in the first time, I'm killing you on sight. Try me. Try me. Yep, I knew it. Garbage. Trash. You deserve to be a part of my party. So we did a higher level 1. Is it better? 2 manuals, I guess. Yeah, we got a fragment. Okay, so maybe we do need to do at least this one. But we got a fragment. That's huge. Not half of the problem is just getting into the end. Like, I wish you could just spam them. Yeah, until expires. I don't think... So if I can't just keep going into one dungeon and grinding it, right? That's not how that works? I think I need to get new dungeons every time, right? Right? I think that's right. I wish they just fucking mark them on the map. Or at least give me like a consumable that just like lets me put nodes on the map. I hate that I gotta use a fucking third-party browser always when it's just like, you know what we're doing. We're not gonna map out everything. Eh. Is it up here? Must be up. On the flavors, Shy Lily, I need to finish off Russian Badger. Red says, by the way, Grin, started over in DD2 and created a new Arisen. Why? Why? What happened? Yeah, Lone says, yeah, and depending on the design of the cup, could be sold out in an hour. That's tough. That's real tough. Even if you like why I don't know why they don't just like, I know there's like a hyperfixation on like scarcity, but it feels weird to not just like, yeah, like to every now and again just reel that back and be like, here's a cup that we're just gonna print a fuck ton of, because yeah, eventually there's a certain point where like the scarcity thing doesn't seem like it's working for you, you know. But maybe that's the whole point of the whole cup stuff. It's not supposed to be like a sale thing. It's supposed to be like a collector thing. So they're just kind of making it super limited, like kind of like shoes and stuff. Where the fuck is this thing? I thought it was here. On the Wikipedia, they say, let's go over top of the post. It says it's here, right here. Am I off? I must be off by quite a bit. It's here. Sorry, God damn it, it's so hard to move shit, because, yeah. Delete this here. Is it E? There it is. Fuck my life. This. Good, stop. They still haven't turned down the, like, sensitivity of the map marker, which is ass. Oh. Yeah, I'm curious why you restarted, though, Red. Run. Fluff says, partly because it seems like some of the power hardened due to temperature fluctuations. Okay. Raid says, oh yeah, Morox made a hell of a video. Well, that hair was not my choice. that was the only option for the... I see. Gotcha. Makes sense. Makes sense. I prefer no hair or very little hair. And I got it. Kindred spirit. Anyways. Fluff says, a 12-pack of gamer subs is... Oh, never mind. I remember when I got my like tub of like 120 servings or something like that. It was like $60, and I thought, whoo, or maybe it was 40. But I got 2. So I think I got it for a deal, which was like 60. But yeah, I thought it was a little bit more than that. I think also everything is more expensive in Canada, right? So for me, it probably was like, whoa, it's actually a little bit of a hit. Oh, we got a lucky. Okay, let's hope this doesn't kill you, but it might. It didn't. We're fine. I'll whittle you down. This is gonna be kind of rough though, because he is special. Ow! He has cool glowing eyes. That's kind of neat. Isn't that fun? Ah! Ah! He does have the actual important ability. Do I have a good? I do. Use one of these. Oh, it's. I should have weakened him so much more. I'll kill you. Die. Oh, money. Lucky. Ooh, Musclehead. That's pretty cool. Although they're not very good creatures to have. So when you get to endgame, you become a real dick. You're like, you might be unique, but not good enough. You're like, oh. I haven't played Palworld in a month, so I'm not a great person to ask on how to about the new. Yeah. I just don't remember about like I thought you maybe did more dungeons and stuff than I ever did. So I was wondering if you knew how if dungeons were like you could just keep spamming the same dungeon, which would be really convenient, or if you have to keep going to new ones. Considering how many dungeons there are, I think you have to keep doing new ones, which is a little shitty. But yeah. What? Okay. Weird. Usually there's a person. Pendant of Diligence. What is that? Pendant of Diligence. Weird. Also, we get a metal helmet schematic. Okay. Ooh, increases work speed slightly. Wow, what is this? Ancient Technology Manual, Legendary, a book that contains a long-lost secret of technology from forgotten era, used to obtain technology. Ooh, that's kind of neat. We do need one more little technology point. Oh my god, there's enemies. Let's see how he does. Pop off. Pop off. Kill. They still target one enemy, even though it's an AoE ability, so. That's it? That's all you got in you, buddy? Kill. Kill. Why do I have so many arrows? I have 800 arrows. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Do it. Bang. Arrow's pretty good. Especially when you get a headshot. Now you're over it. You're done. There we go. Ba 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 ba. I think they did make them better. I just don't know if the AI is as aggressive as I want, which is just like to keep attacking. Instead, they're like, I'll think about it. And I'm like, what's good, Crash? Somebody, what's new in Power? Ooh, everything's fixed. Everything's fixed. Everything's stabilized. It feels very good. Now you can basically make it so that your pals can do one thing at a time. So you can like choose to say like, don't do mining, don't do base building, just do one thing that I tell you to do, or the 5 things that I tell you to do. Don't do all 7. They also added in the ability for you to kind of put down like a high-level ore mining place, so that basically you can just have like the most efficient mining sector in the entire game without needing to like set up your base near mining nodes, or ore nodes, I should say. So which is super convenient. So you can kind of set up wherever you think it looks nicest, which is awesome, especially when you get to level 20. That's when it comes unlocked. You can also there's a new raid boss that we're not probably gonna be able to fight. There has also been improvements to certain pals. And things like that. Those are kind of the jot notes. But yeah, also there's been a bunch of new like things that they've actually added, as far as like, I think there's like a cloud that lets you teleport to places. Just a bunch of new little fun things that make the quality of life of the game seem better. There is one right here. Okay, I remember where that was. Right there. Wrong buttons. Wrong buttons. Buttons. Why? There we go. Here was it? Somewhere. Fuck, I hate it so much that I can't just precisely aim. Good. Aim that way. The creator cups have long periods of availability, but the weekly ones are specifically about collaboration scarce. Oh, I see. Oh, okay, so that makes sense. I was about to say I don't remember seeing a lot of the ones, but no, you're saying that there's like collaboration ones and there's like actual creator ones. Creator ones, that's what I thought. I thought creator ones are at least up for like a day, and I usually. I don't know. It does seem like there's they leave it up for like a designated 6 hours. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody buy so much that like it's basically depleted within like an hour of it being up. Maybe just because I feel like they have to have some that are like, it's just dumb to do that. Like if you have a person who's like super big, like Morax for instance, or something like that. He is a. I feel like if he told people that he had a cup and whatnot, they would move. They'd move to buy it, you know. So yeah, it's one of those things that I would assume for like certain creators that it's not the same. Trying to find a dungeon at night is hell. Is it like on the top of a mountain? Probably the time when it's nice, so quiet. By the way, it's eerie a little bit. Let's do this. Stop. I want to open up my actual thing, man. There. Okay, so that's where it says. It says it's right below the rock bit. I put it on the. No, it's right here. I think this is the rock bit. It's so fucking dark, man. I hate this. Ain't nothing fun about this. There, is that it? Nope. It looks like it could be something, but it's nothing. Damn it. It's on the lower floor. There's rock stuff here. Golly, I wish it was just morning. Bad thing to go for this one. It is about to be daytime. Let's just re-chat for a bit. Oh, what about you, Crash? Also, what have you been getting up to, buddy? What kind of games have you been playing? Red says, I started over mostly because Beastrin don't have traits yet, like the elf, human elf. Meanwhile, as options, I like more currently, like wet skin, and so the humanoids were just better. Can't you just change? I guess you can't change your breed, right? Huh. The flavor tubs are 40, or I guess 30 in the US. Yeah. Red says, oh yeah, 40, yeah. So I think maybe that was what it was. I thought like I spent $80 on 2 flavors. I thought that was a bit much for 2 snacks. But again, now that I've had them for so long, I think it's not that bad. Yeah. Because I just don't, I still have the ones that I have bought like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. Hopefully they don't get old. Red says, also, using the wild loot, which should make exploring, more interesting. Yeah, getting chests that actually have gear in it. The gamer soups, the ramen one is individual of 12-pack bundle. 4 of them are currently available flavors, which is, so I didn't know it was a tub. Instead, there's like pack things that seems much more cheap. But for what you're getting, I wonder if the tubs are actually much better. Just because, but I guess you don't get to try stuff. Those manuals become necessary once you max your level. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Fluff says now even more. So with the new AT stuff, what's that? Fluff, what's AT? What's that mean? What that mean? Creator Cups tend to last about a week, if not longer, as the pre-sale period to no available. Yeah. So that's what I'm kind of waiting on. The ones that come out every week or every Friday sounds like a lot, just to kind of like be like, I want to get it. Let me in there. Like I've never been into that whole thing of like. Some people really like the waiting out of the side of GameStop and stuff to just get a shred of anything. That's always been a rough sell for me, man. I don't care enough about stuff like that. It's fun to do a couple times. I feel like maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I think they talked about how certain caves basically break, so that's why this probably doesn't exist anymore. That's lame. There's maybe one on this ocean thing right here. Again, I wish there was a mod. Maybe there is. There actually probably is a mod that just marks everything on your map. That's like, hey, I'm hitting the button to do it, but it's not doing it. I wonder if my controller's fucked. I think it's here somewhere. I'll take that one away because it's a lie. Absolute lies. Is it this way towards the water? I think so. Is there a river? Yes, there's water. Good. Now more anti-stuff, Career Cups, less week. Lone says there is a pre-sale of 12 to 13 weeks, but the GG branded waifu cups have a hidden design amount they will make. Yeah. That to me, that to me makes more sense if there's. I always I thought they were all the same, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. The fact that there's like they're breaked up in a way, that to me makes significantly more sense. We went the wrong way badly. But yeah, because it just makes sense as far as the like GamerSupps' whole thing is scarcity. But then there's a point where like if a creator is like you're selling a creator's product, why would you not try to make more money on the people who are willing to buy that product to support the creator? Doesn't make any sense. But it makes more sense when you're like, oh no, we'll have our cake and eat it too. We'll make like really unique designs that are from artists and stuff like that. But we'll of course make it so that you that'll be the scarcity thing. Sorry, and then the creators will be the stuff that we actually make sure that anyone who wants all of it can have all of it. You know. But again, creators. I wonder what it's funny. A lot of the like designs. You learn a lot about creators basically. You're like, oh, okay. Interesting. And I don't think I don't know. I don't know if you get to pick your artist or if they provide you with one or what. I imagine some, because a lot of the like initial designs look completely different. So that's why I think that you get to pick your artist, the people who draw your lewd cup essentially, or slightly provocative cup, I should say. It's not always aggressive, but sometimes yes. Oh, I thought the cave would be easier to find. There's not. Oh, we might head back to our main location because this whole... I think we got some. I don't think we have enough to make a whole ass book of fragments. AT Ancients technology stuff. Okay, yeah, so as much as you're not playing the game, Fluff, you do have a better understanding of what's really new and what the end game is. Do you know what that is in this game now? Because beforehand it was kind of just like farm legendaries, build your base. Yeah. AT stuff, ancient technology. Also in GamerSupps they have tea and this new. Oh, I didn't know they have tea. That's shocking. A new drink, AFK, and it's the opposite of GamerSupps, which is supposed to help you sleep. But ooh, that sounds amazing. But also, if it has melatonin in it, I'm not sure if I'm in. Melatonin's a real bad thing for you. Ugh. But at the same time, I don't know what is good for you, you know? Ugh. Maybe just how your body kind of deals with it. Let us go be a little bit more effective. Just make sure our stuff is firing on all cylinders. I think I need to go here and get the eggs. You guys have stopped working. Why? Bullshit. Yeah, I do notice I have a lot more stuff. What do you call it? Eggs and stuff. So they're just doing that, which is good. I should actually check and see if there's like a ton of stuff just waiting there, because that could be the problem too. If I don't have enough transport people, that could be a problem. No, they're looking pretty good actually. We're fine. Fluff says same for AFK. I don't like grape flavor things thanks to childhood cough. Yeah, man, I don't like grape anything really. I shouldn't say I don't like grape anything. It's just not. It's not perfect. You know, it could be better. It feels kind of like whatever. It feels like a fake flavor as well. You know, it's like the idea of what grape should taste like, but it isn't in any way that. Am I holding everything too much? Are you stuck? I feel like he's stuck somewhere. Let's drop this in here. Do we have enough eggs to finally cook some more cake? Let's see. 10 cakes, baby. Should I give you guys more cake? Probably not. You guys seem like you're breeding plenty. I don't even know if any of those are good. In fact, honestly, the one that we kind of need to get to endgame is to get a really good Nighthawk kind of thing. Or Nightgale, whatever his name is. Pretty sure the creator gets to choose the artist as Dogebird is holding the contest with the Craze prize divided up between 12 artists, and one gets to have their art on a cup. I seen a take on that, Fluff, that was actually pretty. It seemed, at least to me, to kind of be pretty insightful, which is kind of like it's. Like I've seen other. I recently found this VTuber which I thought was pretty neat. She had got like a French accent. It's fun, but what do you call it? There was like a little drama associated with this person as well, where basically the TLDR is that how do I put that properly? Basically, when streamers or VTubers and whatnot, it's weird when they're like, hey, I'm doing like an art test or like an art prize pool, essentially. Like, make fan art of me, and if you make fan art, I'm going to basically give you this $3,000 prize pool. Let's go. Same thing for stuff like that. Like, oh, if you guys want to be what do you call it, to be paid and to have this whole Gamer Cup thing be a thing, submit your art to me, and I'll pick you as the runner-up. It's a French, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. But, anyways, to me, it seemed a little scummy because you're basically, or they made it, they gave an angle of how it could be scummy. Maybe not everyone has the bad intention, but it seems like it's at least disingenuous if you really like art to say, like, for free, make me a ton of art and I'll pick one of you to give up money to. But yeah, otherwise it just massively inflates your, like, art in your whole sect. And also it's kind of like a business event because if Twitter, it, like, tags you a bunch, it kind of can be marketed in a way, I guess. And for people who, like, love the craft, for you to be like, yeah, just make stuff for me for free, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a weird thing. I could see how it could be corrupted in a sense. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was so. When I hear people do like the, I'll pay the one person who makes all of the art but meanwhile everyone else still gave a shit ton of effort, still like shot up your name, shot up your access to free fan art, which is just access to put in thumbnails and things like that. And yeah, it's just one of those weird things where I'm like, what are we doing? We are going to go back to our base and what do you call it? Unravel these eggs. Please be something good. Please, 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 please. Do 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 do. And bang! Crap! Not good. And bang! Crap! Not good. Bang! Crap! God damn it! Anything would be nice. With any positive legendary trait, you're the worst. Nothing? I must be working with some real bad genetics. What's going on, gang? What's going on? Aggressive is what he has, which is actually kind of okay. And aggressive. Okay, I see. I'm just trying to get a variable of a legendary, like ferocious, in there because I don't have any other like building blocks to build off of. Unlucky. Pretty shit, actually. Okay. Most fruit flavor are artificial. Yeah, for sure. I'm appreciate most of the flavors from Gamer Stuff, especially the creation flavors being more authentic. Yeah, I agree. I don't mind actually grape. That I like the jam. Yeah, grape taste is fine, like actual grape. But I always feel like it's not even grape. It's like the flavor of blue or purple. I don't mind actually. French VTube. Yeah, Debugging is legit about handling community things and tossing money at people that deliver on it. That's good. That's nice. Okay, so I don't know enough about this, but yeah, to me it is. It's maybe just one of those things that by a byproduct of you just doing anything, it innately has or can have a. Not a bad effect. It's kind of a bad effect. It's kind of a bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's people. They're just doing it because they're just going to do it. But I don't know. Fluff says, especially after she was burned so badly by her former employees. Oh, this person, Doki Bird. I don't know. I have not heard about her before. I may have heard her actually before. She's often paid for things out of pocket. She's an artist herself and always about paying it back for. That's true. That's good. That is good. I'm sure. Okay, let's take her out of the occasion completely because I imagine she's fantastic. And if you vouch for her, that she's great. This is just a perspective that I heard recently that I thought, okay, that's actually kind of valid. That's a valid criticism that could be a weakness that you could think about and find a way to make it so that there's at least some value, whether it's like a stream or a video of them going through all of the art and giving people like very clear shout outs, just so that there is still some reason why you did it, either if it's for the person to see it, or if it's to have some notoriety of people seeing your art and seeing your name. It's a good opportunity for you to get seen by new people. That's all fine. That's good. That could be an argument of like, this could be good too. This could be worth something of you giving me your time and me not just siphoning all of the effort while paying like a lump sum, but actually having like hundreds of thousands of submissions, you know? Anyways, but on the topic of that, I also think that's interesting, because there's two things that usually happen when you are the person that does the thing. So there's one option where like I've seen this a lot within like business stuff, where you waited tables and you worked in customer service. You maybe worked on it for like 2 months. You fucking hated working in customer service, and then you like fought tooth and nail to get to any other position possible. Then that was a higher position, so then you went higher and higher and higher, and now a person who had done the customer service, they look at it as it almost like, well, I survived it and I did it, and I don't think it was that bad. Well, yeah, because you hated it so much that you just wanted to move on, or maybe you got lucky and moved on. But technically, you still were a person who did that thing a lot. But that's the version where a person basically like uses the fact that they did the thing in a toxic way. I don't think I'm talking about a completely different fake person who does that. That is just an interesting thing. I brought up the idea of the thing of like, so a person who has done the thing has a built-in respect and reverence for people who do the thing. Oftentimes, I hope. I feel like people are oftentimes shitty, but maybe. But then there's the good option, which is the person who like, I know how long it takes to edit, for instance. It's crazy. The fact that people aren't paid a ton of money for how complex and how crazy editing is, especially if they actually do it right, which is knowing the audience and what they like and what they want to see and what they are engaged with, the whole shebang. It's crazy density of complexity, to where that to me was worth a lot of money, so to speak, or worth paying someone as much as possible to get the best effect you could possibly get. But I just thought that was interesting. A thought popped in my head of like, sometimes people don't really like. I've seen a lot of people who were hurt by the thing, proceed to use that as a hurt thing. Like, you'd be amazed at how many people who were cheated on cheat on other people after the fact. It's crazy. Bolty says, I mean, how can someone like that be controversial when it's competition? No one is forced to do it. That's true, but there is like it's an argument for manipulation, essentially, Bolty, of like, yeah, surely, like technically, when a person like a boyfriend or something like that is convincing his girlfriend to basically like mother him, do all of his chores, distance themselves away from her friends, technically he's not forcing her to do anything, but he's very cleverly gaining as much as possible out of the situation and using the goodwill of those people who are coming to them for validation, for hope, for kindness, and then they are basically using that to gain as much value and extract as much value out of those people as possible. This is a very hyper exaggeration of this instance of this art competition, but to me, I do think it's an interesting perspective that I think you should. If I was ever put in that position, I would think about it of like, okay, well, the prize pool is something that is clearly like the thing that people want. That's the best thing. But what else can I do to make the people who care about me, who care enough about me to make me fan art constantly, who have been in this community for a long time, how can I also make sure that they're getting taken care of and that they're being acknowledged and that their effort is matters, essentially, rather than basically, because the net result is a massive uptick in tons of fan art from 1,000 people with a ton of engagement and a ton of other stuff, coupled with, what do you call it? With a $2,000 pool of money to give to one person. It's a good deal. It's a great deal. Fucking crazy deal, actually. So yeah, it's not that it's like outwardly like evil. It's just that it can have the feedback of hurting the people that love you the most or care about you the most. And that is something I think everyone should strive to not do. But again, this is a hyper exaggeration of something I don't know enough about, but I think the argument is interesting at the very least. Bolty says, not trying to justify things. That's the way I look at it. To me, if this was like purely like a job interview, I feel like that's much different because I'm hiring you to perform a specific task that I will basically be paying you to do consistently over time and again. It'd be like me hiring my family member. If I'm hiring my dear friend, if I'm hiring my dear friend to do something for me, I don't want them to not succeed. I don't want them to not win. I don't want the people that care about me to not succeed in some way, or at least acknowledge their effort. That's the issue to me. Valuing the people that value you. Again, and then people could argue like, well, I just want to do something nice, and that's complicated because oftentimes I don't want to bully or be rude to someone who did just have good intentions and did just want to kind of like shine a light on the beautiful artwork of people that people create. But I also think that, again, an easy solution to this is just to say like, the money is for one person who went above and beyond. It's a little bit suggestive, I guess, whoever's choosing it. But I also want to find a way to make it so that everyone else feels valid in some case to have done this, to have taken the hours and hours of time to produce me this thing that has more than one benefit to me to receive. I believe that's something that occurred and so yeah. Yeah, you can't apply. No, I agree. But I do think it's, again, to me, whenever I see something happen, whenever I see like a drama, or whenever I see an instance happen with some other person, I see if it's bullshit, because a lot of times it's just outrage nonsense, and it's like, this is just a human being who made a mistake. Fucking relax. You made plenty of mistakes in your lifetime. Chill. But then there are all other examples where I'm like, okay, no, that's actually a fair. I never thought of it from that perspective. I never thought about it from like the person who's like, well, this guy's gaining a lot from doing this thing that otherwise looks pretty virtuous. Now, it doesn't mean we shouldn't commend people who are doing kind things, but that does mean that there might be more than one reason that people do a thing. And yeah, again, I don't want to turn. I'm not saying we should like be mad at people who do kindness, even if you're like a pretty shitty person, but you like give back in a massive way, whether it's your wealth, whether it's your time, whether it's whatever. I think that matters. I don't think it's like, you're a shitty person, I hate you, so even if you do something kind and charitable, fuck you. It's like, no, the person is doing something to net positive. Sure, there's a line if someone's like murdering people and then they give some money away. That's a rough. I don't think that counters this pendulum. Yeah, no, it was a long time ago. I found this the French VTuber, and I thought, what a good combo. French accent, super cute, love it. There was also a video of her being like, it was like I think it's like her most viewed video, but it's basically her being like, we should stick up for men, and within the whole manosphere thing, popped off big time. I watched one of those videos, by the way, and I'm like, that's wholesome and sweet. Someone who cares for other people is nice. And then I just immediately get smashed with Andrew Tate, and I'm like, stop, I don't want this. I just want to fucking stop. I just saw a cute VTuber say something nice about dudes. Calm down. Anyways, but yeah, that was fine. So I went and looked up for like clips because I want to see. That's how I can see if I enjoy a VTuber or not. I just go and find a clip channel essentially. And as soon as I type it in, YouTube being a fucking menace was like drama, and I was like, do I want to dedicate being a fan of a person who really fucked up badly? And I looked at it, and she's like, she seemed like she just was a little immature. It's basically the TLDR. I don't know. To me, it's like, it's not reprehensible actions essentially. Just the same thing we're kind of talking about with the whole like art thing. It's not like I throw you away as a human being kind of thing, you know. But let us see. We have the blueprint of the helmet, which I don't think we can actually use. We have high-grade technology manual, a book that contains fluff. You're saying we should keep this, or this one specifically, technology manual. I think something like that. I can't believe it's. Oh my god, we already got to 2 hours. That's insane. It's felt like maybe 40 minutes. That's been other. There's been other more recent controversies with merch, meddling men that have screwed their clients and consumers over. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. It's shittiness all around. Just be nice to human beings. Just trying to give people a little bit of faith, or a little bit of trust, or grace, I guess is what great way to put it. Give people some grace. Love says, multiple VTubers never received the profit for merch sales, and the fans not receiving the merch. I said, yeah, how do I put this properly? There's a lot of like gritty, gross business stuff, and there's a reason why most people who do anything successfully on YouTube immediately like make no money for a year, basically, because they usually have to buy the right people that scale things so that they can actually make significantly good money, and then significantly build other brands and build other ventures so they can do more stuff with content or just have a nice life. So yeah, usually it's and that's why I think the whole like agency thing has a place, but I've never really loved it. The whole like having a manager who like controls every bit of profit and your likeness and all that stuff seems very scary to me. I'd rather learn, basically. I'd rather learn all the complexity shit and do it. And I do notice that some of the most bubbly, fantastic personalities are not always the same people that are willing to like be bored for like 4 hours learning about how to manage something, or even just how to getting a really good a secretary or something like that can really help you find that, like, you can just pay and then all they do is just like find ad deals for you or find the right specific people or the right specific route for you, because you're literally paying them to just research for like 12 hours a day. And sometimes the controversies are a matter of misunderstandings. That's true, especially when working with foreign companies. That's a bully because bullied became the bully scenario. But then there's often the case where someone is just pandering about their partner cheating. It's projecting their insecurities or hiding the fact. Yeah, I will say, to me though, it's always shocking. Like, it's one of the things that I wish it's like the core fundamental for my life. If I could give you guys any advice, I would say this. This is from good old Uncle Grin. Not that old. You shouldn't listen to me. You shouldn't listen to me. Please don't listen to me. But the one thing I keep coming back to is is basically a good person. It's tough. It's kind of really broad too. But like, the more I think about it, the more I go through my life and the more I experience things, the one thing that to me keeps standing out, and it's sad. It's like, there's so many instances in your life that's just so fucking depressing and sad that like people are this cruel or people are this rude. But like, one of them is there was a story that I unfortunately was like a side character to a friend of mine. But anyways, the TLDR is essentially dude found a girl who's really kind, but he liked, but then the girl was really depressed. Then the guy goes out of his way to accommodate her, build her back up, all these fun things. Really good dude, knew him for a while, knew him like from a distance for a while. Anyways, the unfortunate lesson there was basically that just because somebody is insert anything that you determine to be sad or determined to be weak or determined to be unfortunate doesn't not mean that they are a good person. So you can have a person who is very depressed, but then as soon as they're not depressed anymore, will throw you to wolves, will shit all over you, will throw you away. They do not pay it forward. A person can be gay. And just because you've been closeted your whole life and this person is your outlet doesn't mean they're also not a bad person. Does not also mean that they're not this. To find a good person, a person who has like intrinsic values that they, for whatever reason, they give a shit ton of their mind, their choices to, that's what makes a good person. The content of your character. And that's one of those things that, to me, like the whole cheating thing, you would think that if someone who has experienced the level of pain that is, would immediately be like, I cannot do this to another person. But a lot of times, man, I see the exact opposite. I see a person who almost is like, well, because there's actually like a cool sociology aspect of this in there. How many times do you guys remember getting in a fight? Do you remember the feeling of your nose being smashed in? Do you remember the feeling of like the pain in your forehead, the ringing in your brain as a person's fist smashed against your head, and how your face swelled up afterwards? No, you probably don't remember most of any of that. Maybe if I just brought it up, maybe you're like, oh yeah, I kind of. But most people take the toxic thing that happened to them and they kind of put it in the background because your brain doesn't want to focus on terror or dread or things that would weaken you, essentially. So you thinking about all the toxic shit that happened to you all the time would be quite damaging. There might be times when you're like sleeping and then you get like anxious and then your body has like a natural response to kind of avoid that outcome again. So then it will send you signals of like, hey, remember this time when you got the shit kicked out of yourself? Don't do that, or find a way to avoid that. Most people experience it as anxiety though. Anyways, point is most people don't a bad thing happens to them, or a thing that hurt happens to them, and then they kind of get away from it. They distance themselves from it as much as possible. So then all you're really left with is an idea that you were able to endure it or survive it, and not the pain and the suffering and what it caused to you and how much damage it did. You just have a distant memory of, I got through it, I got over it, oh, whatever, you know. And then that is what is a variable in someone's mind who was cheated on. That doesn't mean like people who were cheated on are always going to cheat on you or something horrible. No, but it just means it's a shockingly high number of people who experience something tragic to themselves, then perpetrating that on another person because they were able to endure it. It's not that bad. I got over it, so on and so forth. Again, The one thing I keep coming back to in my life is people say I want a girl with this, I want a boyfriend with that. Just try to find a good person, good people. You know that. You know what that is, shockingly enough. You have some inclination of what that is. For me, it's Martin Luther King's content of your character. What are the values that you hold? If I find a person who believes very much in loyalty, and you watch them and you observe them, and sure as shit, they really loyal. They show the fuck up. They appear. They're good to you. And then you find a person who spouts about loyalty constantly, and then fucking like starts flirting with someone at a bar, and you know them, or you know that person. You're like, that's okay. It's not that it's not loyal. It's just that it's kind of bending the rules quite a bit. And then the same thing for like, it doesn't have to even be like a value like loyalty. It can be something like religion. It just needs to be something that a person has a deep pillar of that they constantly abide by. Like a person, it's the amount of time I've met a Catholic person who is like super Catholic, but then does not believe in any of the things that they actually preaches in the book. Essentially, like they're banging everyone they can see, they're doing all these things, and it's a part of a specific sect that does not let that happen. And you're like, I mean, I'm happy with it. You can live your life, all that stuff, but at the same time, you're not like making choices one after the other to kind of take a loss and take pain just to kind of abide by these things that you define yourself by. And somebody just catch up chat. Sorry, I rambled a lot. So far I've seen her and made amends for that whenever she was actually in trouble over it. Moved on. Yeah. But sadly, there's a lot of drama hounds out in the streets. Yeah, man, it's a ton. It's a ton of like. It sucks because like. The YouTube algorithm, like I stayed away from drama, and the algorithm worked. Like I one of the things is like if you keep feeding the beast, YouTube will give you more of the beast, essentially, the evil parts of you, the parts of you that want to see people crumble. It's like the internet is like a tool that maximizes who you are. But now recently, man, I've started to feel like the other way. I started to feel like YouTube has made designated changes to keep in the race against TikTok and stuff like that. And I do feel like it's kind of starting to push me more and more towards like radicalization and weird stuff. Like I normally, if I stay away from it, it stays away from me. But now I feel like YouTube kind of pushes me and like, hey, by the way, hey, just try it. Just try it once. And I'm like, no. And I find that annoying. I don't think it ever was this bad. I think it's because YouTube was competing with TikTok, and then TikTok doesn't give a fuck. TikTok will fully send and throw you down any kind of rabbit hole so long as they get engagement. I think YouTube has to start playing dirty. I think they need to start playing dirty in order to compete. But maybe I'm wrong. You need consuming those. They just give you extra time. Okay, gotcha. Lone says, yeah, Grin, time be moving, my friend. Been having a... Yeah, but say, this was one of those streams that was... I was a little worried because I find our streams are the best, at least for me, when there is clearly something to do, like an objective, like, again, our Dragon's Dogma 2 streams where we're, like, trying to make our pawn better. I can, like, hang out with you guys, chat for a bit, and I'm like, okay, now let's make a stride in trying to see what the character is good at, like the pawn, how is she good at defending stuff. After testing that, we made a huge, insightful discovery. Bang. Awesome, we won. Then I go back to chat, and then we'll move on to the next step. So that's always really fun. This was a little bit more like, I guess this is new. How do I do that? We kind of got through it. In hindsight, I wish I watched like 5 videos of what's new, how to get that stuff, and then we could just do it now on stream. Well, what can you do? Some are great entertainers, but can't read themselves out of the box made by out of legal contracts. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, signing contracts, man, is one of the worst lessons I've ever had to learn from back in the partner days of YouTube. I gave away like a lot of money for me at the time, and they gave me nothing, like nothing. And it's just one of those things of like, again, I'd rather learn. I'm pretty good at learning. I can learn, or I can either work harder and then make less, and then just hire someone if I ever got to that position. But I would also take a long time hiring so I don't get fucking blitzed. At least I'd hope that'd be what would happen. You never know. For a lack of better words, those sound like professional victims mentality. They may have genuine problems, or at least started out with one, and they leech off people that are gullible enough to solve it for them, only to ditch them after the problem has been fixed. Yeah. Well, again, to me, that's probably a good way to put it. Gullible people, all that stuff, or permanently professional victim people. But to me, I just think it's, again, there's no such thing as a person. How do I put it? One of the most freeing things I ever learned is how good a person can be at owning that they're selfish. Like, if you truly understand that almost everyone is selfish, and that's okay. It's not wrong for you to want to be okay and for like that to be something important to you. But when you realize that, it's like, oh, okay. It's not a bad thing. It's not like it's fun. I've talked to you guys about this beforehand, but like true selfishness eventually leads you to being pretty not selfish at all. The more you take care of yourself and the more you have, the more abundance you feel. And a lot of times you want to pay that back to somebody who helped you or someone who did something for you. There's a subsect of people who have an intrinsic mental problem where nothing is ever enough. And that's their own curse. It's their own fucking plight that they have to deal with. So yeah. Fluff says, I also suggest never rushing into a relationship with someone, taking as much time as you both feel necessary to know if you're the right. Yeah, it's true too. Again, for relationships, it's to me, it just seems like it's a real complicated fucking bastard. You know what I mean? Also, Bolty says, I gotta go to sleep. Good night, Bolty. Hope you have a lovely rest. The relationship thing, man, to me seemed like it's just a, it's easy and it's difficult at the same time. I love the way, again, I always tell you guys about it, but it's like the PewDiePie's weird sentence I heard him say once, and I thought it was so insightful, which is like, if you like the person enough, you'll figure it out. But then that's like the super easy, I guess it makes sense, it's true, it's so true if you really think about it. But then there's also like the super like I love this topic about like human complexity. So I watch a ton of podcasts about like therapy counselors talking about their things that they've went through. I've watched therapy stuff from people talking about how, you know, what people's problems were and all that stuff. Love that stuff a lot. Maybe even too much. My brain like lights up a lot when I listen to it or read about it. But yeah, it's one of the things that there's also the other side of the spectrum, which is like, really, everything is so complicated, so complicated. And there's so many perspectives that are valid that you should consider. I should say valid. It's kind of valid. It's just like everything's valid. It's why maybe you shouldn't say valid. I also suggest never and if others isn't patient enough to do that, that's it. Yeah, if anyone's rushing you into doing stuff, that's a bad idea. It's a bad overall, not good. Fluff says the YouTube algorithm is horrible. I decided to watch one video about something and then just bombarded me with similar clips. But yeah, man, it's tough. It sucks because like sometimes you're like, that's kind of neat. Like, and it sucks that certain content is connected to each other. Like I know a pretty good reason of how the algorithm works as far as it follows the viewer. So of course it works this way. But the idea is essentially, like for me, what happened with me, I watched this cute little VTuber with a French voice, super wholesome and sweet. Not real wholesome. Let me take that back. Very lewd. Anyways, yeah. So I watched one video of her specifically about the topic of like men suffering and how that's, what do you call it? A valid thing that is happening also alongside all the other things that are happening in the world that are important. But yeah, a video talking about that, and because it's not like all of the person's videos were about that. It's about who watched that one video and liked it the most. So then the algorithm sees what were the type of people who've seen all of those types of videos, and then they send all of those videos that those other viewers liked. It's not like you get more of that person's content. You get more of whatever the person that liked that video also liked. So you get like, and again, everything is optimized for like clicking and making people want to watch stuff so badly. It's just about getting a click. Usually, I'm not sure, people say that. I genuinely mean like that's the whole point of the system. Everything starts with a click. If you don't get a click on your video, then everything loses. What's good, emo? Hi. We're talking about a lot of stuff. You're coming in at a weird time. What should I do if my multiplayer doesn't work in Palworld? I did see a video that where there was a lot of fixes. Emo, like if we go to this, I did see this dedicated server patch. They say we have deployed a fix for the problem where the timeout occurred when connecting to dedicated servers, but it's some time window and yeah. So this, there are no chances on the game version with this patch. We apologize for this inconvenience, but if you were unable to connect, please try to update the server. Please not unaffected servers. Do not need to be updated. Only the ones that have been affected by the clientele. That's what they say to do. Hopefully that's rateable. Sorry if it's not, but it's just on the Steam page. A perfect example of there's a difference from being selfish and taking care of yourself before helping. No, the more I think about it, the more the word selfish is very pertinent, like very hits the nail on the head essentially. And I don't think selfishness, again, I think people have a bad idea of like selfishness being really bad. But I think, again, yeah, I've talked to you guys about it beforehand, but it's a little bit too much. But it's like this whole weird idea of, hey, your parents are going to pass away one day, and everyone's going to have to deal with that kind of pain. So for me, I want to basically be the kindness that my mother shows me, the structure and guidance that my father shows me. So therefore, I want to learn about them as much as possible. I want to try to understand all the best parts of them as much as possible, which is very selfish because I know they're going to go away one day, and I know all I'm going to have is me when they're gone and the memories that they gave me. So therefore, I want to try to absorb as much of them as possible and become all the best parts of them and throw away all the bad ones. But then, after doing that for a couple years, I started to look at like, well, why couldn't I be the best parts of my brother? Why couldn't I be the best parts of that person who I've seen across the internet who I thought was really nice and kind, had a lot of good points? Why can't I be the kind of person, what if I start looking at it in a different way? What if I want to be the best father possible, even though I don't have a kid or anything like that? What if I want to be the best friend ever? What if I want to be the best business person ever? All these are very selfish endeavors, but after you do enough of those things, you become kind of, at least you start to see that you have the capacity to become everybody. And then by becoming everybody, you ultimately understand the plight and the suffering of everybody. And therefore, you end up kind of going into a place of being like, oh, okay, I love almost everybody, you know? I realize everyone has the capacity to be wonderful. And also, it's hard to be this way. It's hard to be a good father. It's hard to be a good son. It's hard to be all these things. So I'm not going to look at people with judgment because it's difficult to do these things. So when people fall short, I'm not shocked, you know? It's like, yeah, it's tough, you know? So to me, that's the kind of the loop of selfishness that I think it is. And selfishness always leads you, at least to me, like true selfishness. Now, I'm not talking about like selfishness where you stop. I'm talking about selfishness where you keep going, you keep being more selfish. You eventually arrive at like going full circle and realizing, okay, now that I wanted everything, I wanted every part of people who were better than me, who were funner than me, who were all these things in the circle to get to all those things. I then understood all of them, or understood a lot of the parts of them, and therefore I just made me love them more and made me realize how complicated everything is, and made me have a lot more grace with those people. And therefore selfishness spins right back around where I find not selflessness, but more of just like a want for everyone to be okay and a want for everyone to succeed as much as everyone can, you know. Which that's what I mean by like selfishness is good, is because I think a lot of people misunderstand selfishness as like it stops, which like, true greed eventually circles around where you're like, oh, yeah, too much greed makes me feel empty. Like that's a lesson that every billionaire has to learn, essentially, is that there's a limit to how much money can really fill who you are. And I don't want to have to, make and then spend a bunch of unfortunate money to have to learn those lessons. Does that make sense? Fluff says, perfect example / analogy of an emergency on the airplane. Always, it's the argument of like, or the perspective of basically, you always want to fasten yourself in before you take care of another person. This is also why the whole selfish argument thing makes sense, because in the pursuit to kind of become as good as I can be, because it's the reality that you only have you in this life. And if you're lucky enough, you could have others for a time, hopefully. But in that, what do you call it? It basically circles of like, okay, I need to take care of me as much as possible. I need to make sure I'm okay. And then by you making sure you're okay and by taking as much out from other people as possible, at least as far as maybe like money and shit, that's stealing. That's a different thing. But doing all that, now I have the capacity to actually be as much as I can for other people, because I also know what it means to be a good son, you know? Fluff says, semantics aside, we agree on, yeah. It's to me, it's funny because I don't want to get into this because it always comes across very bad. Like people think, oh, you're a Satan worshiper or something like that. But it's like, no. I haven't talked about this beforehand, but I think I probably should wait to talk about it when it's not just a fucking Palworld stream that we pause and just start talking about semantic philosophy, essentially. Not semantic. It's fun philosophy, I think. But something that I think is deeply interesting. Hi, Jammer. You came in at a weird time. But the one thing that to me is always interesting is I'm not outwardly like really religious or anything like that. But one thing that to me is really interesting is the story of two people observing the world, essentially. You have a person on the right observing the person on the left and observing the chess pieces of the other side. One side is all about goodness, kindness, virtue, all that stuff. Let's say that the other, that side right there is all of the heavenly virtues, we'll call them. Things like, I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but like one is like, do unto others what you would like to have on yourself, be like generous, be selfless, all of these things. Now, that person is basically seeing a city be messed with and done, and, you know, all those beliefs are happening within this this person's little town, we'll say, this God's town. But the other person across the chessboard is looking down, and all he sees is a person who is so selfless that they gave away all their food. Now they don't have any food, and now they're starving to death. And why? For what? Why could you have saved some food for yourself and then continued to give away more food? Why couldn't you be more selfish? Why couldn't you have been more greedy a little bit? What do you call it? Why are so many good people suffering? That's what the other person sees from the city of all this beautiful kindness. He just sees a bunch of good people experiencing the worst horrors imaginable, suffering for no fucking reason, which is not necessary, etc. And then the God on the other side looks across the pond and sees that the other person's kind of reaction to his thing, which is very much selfishness. 7 deadly sins, basically. Lust. You want to have sex with some other person? Don't fuck everyone else. Who cares? Focus on the people who are involved. Also, don't do anything too crazy. Anyways, what do you call it? Greed. Greed is actually okay. Greed is actually pretty good. If you take care of yourself, then you can take care of other people as well. It's not terrible. But of course, the other god on the other side of the chessboard, the one who has the kind, we'll just say God and then Satan. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ, God. It looks at the Satan thing and sees a bunch of people are selfish as hell. Everything's anarchy. Everything's fucking crazy and toxic. This person's cheated on his wife 10 times because you said embrace lust or something like that. And again, this is the whole morality thing of like maybe true heaven is the balance of them both, is to understand that there. And then again, this is my favorite thing that I truly believe in all of life. It is you are the right amount of blank. They're the right amount of selfish, the right amount of generous, the right amount of kind, the right amount of evil, the right amount of mean. That's what life, to me at least, in my very young age. I'm not that age. I'm not that young, but still, I'm young enough to not feel like I should know everything about the world. But that to me is like the antidote to life. The right amount of blank. That to me is the whole point. It's not too hot, not too cold, to understand, to take both, basically. Take all the virtue and understanding of what it means to be greedy and all of those things. The right amount of being lustful, to still like hunger for your partner that you've been married to for 14 years. But to not be so fucking out there, still be like loyal and all those things, to not fucking go and bang everything in sight. Like that's the balance of life, I think. But anyways, enough of that, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for letting me ramble about my weird world beliefs, even though I'm sure you guys think differently, because we're all different and we all have different thoughts and all that stuff. Panther, we're winding down. Love you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're going to be hanging out tomorrow. Maybe you can pop in then. We're talking about anime, manhwa, fucking probably Dark Tide again. System Man is an argument. Semitist. That's hard to look at. Fluff says semantics is the argument of words and their technical meaning, not anything. Oh yeah. Fluff says, I think you are thinking a semantic, which is semantics and then No. I was thinking of this was not tied to what we were talking about at all. Yeah. This was me talking about like what do you call it? It was just another thought I had, because it's the same thing that I think of like as a deep belief, and it made me think of like I thought about this a long time ago when I was younger. The idea of like one day you'll lose your parents, therefore it's probably important to kind of like try to absorb the best parts of them. I'm sure that's also what they would want, and then I just went more and more into that, and then eventually I was like, okay, well, why don't I start trying to absorb all these other great people who are around me? Selfishly, because I think they're all going to die one day, or they have the capacity to leave me, or they could do all these other things. So it's just honest. It's true. It's not me being sad about stuff. It's just me being like a realist. So why don't I try to absorb as much as I possibly can from them and embody the best parts of them? I think that's actually a beautiful love letter to the people you care about, or people who are great, I guess. Anyways, so I thought of that when I was younger, but then I thought of that fun little back and forth of the two people at a chess game. It's just a story I think of it as like these two people in a chess game making valid arguments for why the other one is deeply flawed. You can't perfectly. There's a ton of bad shit to being really, really good and virtuous, meaning like you don't take care of yourself. You're not preparing for the worst. You're just making yourself unnecessarily vulnerable all the time. But then there's an argument for absolutely chill the fuck out. You can't be like a sinner, evil person constantly. All that stuff. Sinner, I hate the fucking word of that. But anyways, point is, yes, that's why I brought up the religious aspect. There's just another thought that I had that was connected in that way of these two these two things I thought of when I was one when I was younger and one that I was more recently thought about. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I will be going to edit right now, so hopefully I can get a video up to you before the end of the week, but maybe not. I'll try to make that damn Chainsaw Man VR video for you, and hopefully it'll be fire as hell. Hopefully we can talk our ass off also tomorrow. Jammer, I wish I could talk to you. Emo, I wish I could talk to you. And also Panther, I am so sorry that you came in at such a weird comment. We're just hanging out. And we're winding down, and that winding down sometimes takes an hour. Goodbye, my friends. Enjoy the rest of your night.